But tonight, we are back to Our Life. I know for like less than 24 hours I said we weren't doing Our Life tonight because I burnt my tongue on Sunday. But I'm feeling a little bit better, well enough to actually do the game and actually read, so we're gonna do it. Now hang on in the background while I do some songwriting and eating. Enjoy that songwriting and enjoy that food, my dude. Self-dep with love. Exactly. It's harmless self-deprecation. I don't actually think I'm an idiot, but sometimes I can be, and that's okay. We are playing Our Life. We're playing Step 3. We have aged another 5 years. We've got to finish making any changes to our character now that we are, I think, 18. And then we're getting into it. I'm hoping that we can make some decent progress tonight. Because we still got a lot of game to go, and I'm enjoying it, but I also don't want to be on Our Life forever. Remember to tell yourself you're the fucking best for every time you do some playful self-deprecation. I mean, I'm really proud of myself. I literally came in here being like, look at this thing that I did, I'm awesome. So, like, I don't think I'm lacking in the being proud of myself. And like, I'm really proud of my accomplishments in the last year, especially. So, like, we're good. I can I can have a little bit of self-deprecation as a treat. It's fine. Right, 18-year-old Cove. Yeah, we're getting 18-year-old Cove. We're getting possibly mommier moms and dadlier dads. We'll find out. It's gonna be a time, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. So, with that in mind, let's actually pop that game open. Let's pop the game open and see if we can get some good shit going. They're gonna age half a year. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And like, okay, cool. Yeah. So it doesn't do the full transition for things like if I'm swapping cameras around, because I feel like that would just be way too much, honestly. But it does it for the major scene transitions, which I think is the important part. Right, and size up. Perfect. Imagine if you had a mini one play on each media window when you do the swap. I don't actually think that's possible, but that'd be fucking sick. Ooh. A salt shaker sprinkles salt all over the window. So, Cal, funny you should say that. Funny you should say that, Cal, but that was actually the original plan. I had lined up an animator to do that for me. About 6 months ago, I asked for it, and the animator, he just got really, really busy with his personal life. Nothing bad. He wasn't like a jerk or anything. He's actually great. I still am in contact with him, but his life just got super busy, so he couldn't actually finish that project for me. And I just kind of got tired of waiting around for it, and I don't have the money to pay somebody for it, so I just made a nice simple one for now. I have a couple of other ideas that I want to try and see if I can learn how to do. Apparently... Oh my god, you just got the live notification now? Alright, well that explains a lot. Hopefully some people roll in. But hello, Pint. Twitch doing its Twitch thing. But I've seen a couple of really cool transitions where like a thing swooshes across the screen, and at the halfway point you can see the old window on one side and the new window on the other, so it kind of like bisects it and swoops it. And I want to know how they get that effect, and if I can pull that off, I'm definitely going to do something like that as well, where like I use the Salt King logo and have it like swoop down and just kind of like paint over the screen. I think it'd be really cool. But for now, this is wonderful, and I'm really happy with it. I'm going to add, like, a whoosh sound effect or something to it, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Let's make a new face. Eye color is not changing. Hair color is not changing. We might do a different style of long hair, though. Or it can just get messier. Yeah, fuck it. It just gets bigger. That's a 14 head. I know, there's a lot. I know, it's a big, big head. Fuck it. We're just gonna have a gigantic bush of gray hair at 18. There we go. That's what your guy looks like? Yeah, they never changed the character page from being like chibi style, which is kind of a disappointment. I wish that when you went back to redesign your character, they actually looked a little more aged up. But they haven't changed the way your character looks in terms of this screen in any of the steps. Which I will say is actually a bit of a disappointment. Not a single character in this game ages ever, yeah. Except for the kids who age at warp speed. I can't see any of the earrings from all of the hair, so we'll just skip that. Let's see here. We're gonna say we got a leg scar from doing a dumb thing, probably with Deer Cove. The two of us went up to did something stupid and I got hurt. We'll give ourselves a leg scar. Pattern ring. No headscarf. Plain. Oh, you get different nose ring options? Yeah, fuck it. Punk rock, let's go. Done. Love it. Let's go. Shaggy punk rock teenager. We're gonna stick with relaxed, but I think we're going full romance for 18. I think 18 we're ready for full romance. Let's fucking do it. Ready? Let's go. Yeah. I don't want to customize Cove at all. I want Cove to grow based on our interactions. And I want to be surprised with how Cove looks at 18. So I'm not actually going to look at this at all. I'm going to save just in case I really don't like it. If I really, really don't like it, we'll go back and customize. But if I can help it, I just want it to run perfectly natural. So we're going to save just in case. Neither. Oh, this is nice. Okay, cool. Since you are romantically interested in Cove and are old enough to start being physically affectionate more seriously, you can choose what initiative level he has throughout step 3. Yo, okay, another really nice quality of life here. Making sure the player experiences what they want is important in our life, but always putting your choice first can potentially make a relationship feel one-sided. Nice. So we've added some flexibility in how that works out. Fix, thank you so much for that lyric. I appreciate you. Low initiative means Cove will occasionally ask to touch the main character, and in those situations there will always be an opportunity to say yes or no. For example, he won't simply lean over and kiss the main character as a greeting or in an emotional moment. Every piece of physical interaction will either be initiated or approved by the player before it happens. Consent, absolutely. Middle initiative means there will be those certain times when Cove requests to touch the main character, many chances to give affection on your own, and Cove will also pretty regularly give affection automatically. One example would be giving the main character a kiss because he's happy or emotional or something else. And in other situations, you can choose not to make the first move in order to give Cove the space to be the one who act afterwards. Overall, Cove can get romantic, but the player's agency will take priority. High initiative includes everything middle does, but also means player agency will be reduced to a degree in favor of having Cove give physical affection even more frequently and with less prompting. Instead of all the major affection giving situations being led by a choice menu for you to decide on, some will instead be replaced by Cove acting automatically. This level is only recommended if you're very comfortable with physical affection and would prefer to just simply see it happen rather than always holding the reins on it. However, this level is mostly relevant if Cove ends up as your official boyfriend at some point. Situations where high-level initiative makes a difference tend to come up in scenes that are exclusive to being in a relationship. Parts that are also included in mission initiative will be seen whether you're dating or not. Once you pick your level, it can't be changed later, so keep your full playthrough in mind when deciding. We hope you enjoy whichever initiative option you decide on. So here's the thing. Let's have a quick 5-second chat about this. And by that I mean I already know what I'm going to pick, and here's my logic. These two have been flirting and teasing the idea since the age of 13. They've both known since the age of 13 this is something they want, and have possibly in secret been quietly and sneakily acting on it for the last 5 years. My argument is the only one that makes sense at this point is high initiative. They have had 10 years at this point of them getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And even if they're not officially dating at the start of step 3, let's be real here, that's the fucking goal. So, in my mind, the only one that makes logical sense is high initiative for the way that the story so far has carried out. I love that the other two exist, but I feel like at this point, Cove, if Cove is not comfortable with us by now, I don't think he's comfortable with anybody. And Cygnus as a character has made it damn fucking clear for a while now that he's down. So I think everybody knows that the consent is already on the table. I don't think any more consent needs to be discussed between these two. In my head, they're very aware that they both want this and have wanted this for a long time. So, high initiative. And also, I think it's just going to be fucking cute to see Cove take the initiative. With that, let's get into it. Let the boy love you. Yup, let's go. So here we go with the beginning of step 3. The start of classes ended the relaxed, free days of summer. It didn't take long for you to get back into the swing of the school year routine. Schedules and homework became the new normal. Derek wasn't around nearly as much. With school and after-school activities, there weren't many opportunities for him to take the trip out to your neighborhood. Sometimes you'd hear that he was at a training camp or something like that, but you weren't always sure what he was up to. But you still kept in touch over the phone as best you could. Yeah, I think we're going to keep in touch with Derek because we had that really good heart-to-heart. The Jeremy kid did disappear that summer, and no one ever heard from him again. Where he went or what he might be up to is a mystery. Good. I didn't want to fucking punch him again. You saw more of Miranda around. Since you two hung out with her on her birthday, she had opened up to you. The two of you talked regularly. She was the same towards Cove. After a while, all three of you developed a real friendship together. Aw, hell yeah! More summers came and went like the waves on the shore coming in and out. Did you make the pact with Derek? I think so. Something like we're gonna be friends forever? Yeah, I did. I let him down easy, told him that, you know, I'm romantically interested in somebody else, but I did say I wanted to be friends with him. In your second year of high school, someone new started to visit Sunset Bird. A sunny girl named Terry Brooke. She was a friend Cove made due to them both being ocean obsessed. Terry was more than glad to befriend you too. Someone close to Cove had to be good company, she felt. You were pleased to get along with her as well. Funnily enough, Terry was also extremely tight with Miranda. Oh, funnily enough, I wasn't interested in Cove yet because I was going for a slow burn thing. That's valid. Terry was more than glad to befriend you too. Oh, I already read that. Funnily enough, Terry was also extremely tight with Miranda, who she had known for even longer than Cove. The four of you were able to create a small friend circle. Let's go! As for your home life, the Downies also had developments. Changing laws and public perception countrywide made it possible for your moms to openly wear their wedding rings without questions. Let's go! So Derek and Amber made a pact that they would get married. Oh, that's fun. That's fun, Derek. That is hilarious that you could do that. You can make that pact. That's hilarious. Our Life says gay rights. It's true. Though they had a wedding years ago, it was only recently that the union was officially recognized everywhere in the US. That was a good day, to say the least. Elizabeth came into her own and stopped being quite as irritable. She'd no longer worried about perceived childishness as she grew up for real. Didn't even mind being called Lizzie again, though most people used Liz. She eventually graduated high school and moved out to attend college in another state. It was a lot for you to adjust to your older sister being gone. Liz never let you forget her role in your life, though, and kept in touch. That's true. I was wondering if Liz was going to be around. Not so much this summer. I played through the Cove romance route, and I'm starting to do from part 3 with them as platonic best friends. Oh, that's fun, Cal. Cove's relationships with his family improved over the years. Ira visited several times after that summer, and things became easier between the two. He was also closer with his dad than ever before. You knew they talked more, and that helped prevent a lot of friction before it could start. However, Cove grew into someone no one could call social. He kept to himself, usually. He cared for the few connections he did have, but he didn't reach outside them. Cove had shifted from preferring athletics, becoming more seriously studious as his schooling went on. Really interesting, Cove. Things had shifted between you and Cove, but in a way most couldn't see. After all this time, he wasn't just your neighbor, he wasn't only your friend, or even a guy you were interested in. You were in love with him. You loved Cove. You knew that fact for certain. There was no one else you held those feelings for. It was strange to look back on it all. Future faded into your present, and then it was simply the past. Even the most fundamental parts of your life couldn't last forever. You felt that most pointedly the day you inevitably graduated high school. It was over. You would not be going back again. From now on, what came next was your choice. You'd be directing your own life. That was where you were currently, the summer after school had ended. The first summer of true freedom. What used to be a reprieve from the typical was now going to be your first step into adulthood. Yeah, queer platonic route would be really cool. I'm sad he's not real. Cove is wonderful. One fine summer morning, you took in what had become a very special scene, the whole family having a meal together. Your big sister Liz hadn't arrived home still hadn't lived full. Wow, I cannot sentence because I was not prepared for young adult Liz. Your big sister Liz still hadn't lived at home full-time for a couple of years, but she arrived last week to spend the season here since it was an off semester for her. Yeah, that's our big sister. Big sister is what? 21, 22 now? If we're 18, Liz is 20, 21 now. Yep. You gonna be okay, Alice? You wanted to make sure she was in town because you now also had graduated high school, so who knew how much rarer these moments would become in the future. Yeah, Every single character in this game is Forever 21. This game brought to you by Forever 21. You watched as Liz laughed good-naturedly over a comment Mom made. Her Elizabeth-only mindset had only been a phase. Nearly any nickname was welcomed at this point in her life. I like this, Liz! Strangely, even though she'd moved away, you'd lately felt closer to her than you had in a long time. You idly scooped up more of your breakfast and chewed absentmindedly. Ooh, you're a vegetarian, you're a vegan, pescatarian, proletarian, picky eater, you generally ate whatever. Glad that those are options. My characters are not picky eaters. And the meal you had reflected that. Forever 21 sponsor me. No, Forever 21 do not sponsor me. I do not want a sponsor from Forever 21. Ah! And that meal you had reflected that. It included just about everything your moms had made. Though you often made your own food nowadays. Get that bread. With Liz around, though, your parents had made more options than usual. Your sister had been vegetarian for a while, and they wanted to make sure she had choices too. Aw, that's sweet. Nope! Nope, you weren't ready. I wasn't ready either. I was not ready either, Alice. Woo! Okay. Okay. Conversation had gone on idly without you fully taking in the words until your ears were piqued when Ma started on a bit of town gossip. Milvs. Yeah, it's true. Milvs.
Uh-huh.
And so that's how I heard the news. Alright, stop burying the lead and tell us, what's this so-called news? Ma giggled as she cast a look across the table, satisfied she had everyone's attention. Well, it turns out the Donnells won't be renting out the condo up the street as per Sunset Bird tradition for the first time in what must be nearly 2 decades. See, they've got grayer hair, they must be older now. Yeah, that's the key. Also, Mum has let her hair down out of the messy bun for the first time in 5 years, and it's looking good. Ma's gray streak is the bane of my function. Yeah, it's true. A chorus of gasps and shocked expressions were had all around. After the initial shock, your eyebrows pinched. Ma may consider them by name, but you and Liz always viewed them exclusively as the mean old couple who would yell at anyone under 25 who crossed their paths. Your ma continued on with the story, spreading strawberry jam on a piece of toast as she did so. They've decided not to take big trips anymore. Friends and family will be visiting them at their home. That's nice for them then. Have a good summer. Mean grandparents with no grandkids away from us. My thoughts exactly, Liz. Yeah, no, fuck those people. Be nice, kids. You don't want to end up like them, do you? You and your sister crack smiles at the joke.
Well?
At least they won't be here to yell at my children anymore.
Lonnie.
There it is. And that blunt comment got laughter from all 3 of you. Engrossed in the conversation once more, you continued to chat with your family until the meal was over. Step 3. Third time's charm. Oh boy. Interesting. As it went, once the food was eaten, the cleanup had to be done. Liz took the role of washing the dishes and passed them to you for drying and putting away. They do a good job with that. Yeah, they do. You had a set of cups in front of you that needed to go on the top shelf of the cabinet. It was effortless to do. You're very tall. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna keep on with Cove and Cygnus being tall as fuck. That was simply your lot in life. You had always been vertically gifted. I just love the idea of the 2 giant gays. You felt great about how things were. Didn't think about it much. You didn't think about it much. What if Cove just never grew past 13? That would be fucking hilarious. Angel, hello. How are you? Good to see you. How are things? Shoutouts for Angel. Angel is amazing. If y'all aren't following Angel, you should be. If Cove, like, had a growth spurt at 13 and didn't grow again, I'm gonna laugh forever. That's gonna make me... I'll be very entertained by that, honestly. Doing good? Heck yeah. We're just having, we're doing a really, really chill, cute visual novel. And I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. And by 13, we mean ambiguously 21. Yeah. So, Angel, this is a game called Our Life Beginnings and Always. It is a visual novel. It takes place over the course of 20 years in 4 steps. Your character starts at the age of 8 when a new boy moves in across the street and the two of you become best friends. Then it hits 13, 18, and 23, and as this goes on, it's you and this person growing up together, and you and your families growing up together, and it can lead to a romance and a whole thing, and it's very, very queer positive and gender positive. It kind of lets you craft the story how you want it to be crafted, with very few restrictions, which is really nice. And the general vibe of the story is very, very wholesome, good vibes. So this has been kind of our Wednesday night palate cleanser for the last couple of months now. We're at the halfway point. We've still got quite a ways to go, but it's been really, really fun. Yeah, it's really cool. What the fuck is that? The homie himself? Salt King? Phoenix, my friend, what is good? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well as well. It's very refreshing. It is. Honestly, it is very refreshing. It's tricky. It's interesting because this is the first visual novel I've ever played too. Pretty much in my life, other than maybe like Dream Daddy. I guess Dream Daddy's a visual novel. I played that once, but I never fully played it, so I need to finish that. It's really fun. But yeah, we're gonna continue on with it now. We've just started part 3. Our main character is now 18, and we are kind of getting to know what's going on in the last 5 years. That I can't be Amber. She has a nice life. Fair enough. That was a struggle for you because you remember how you used to feel so content about it when you were younger. Oh, interesting. Liz shook you out of your internal musing by starting up an impromptu conversation. You seemed to be voicing the thoughts that had been buzzing around in her own head. This is your older sister, so she's like 21. Liz has very long arms now, it's true. I have to say, going back for another semester this fall is pretty intimidating. You'd think after the first year or two I'd have a handle on things, but no. Tola glanced at her, still placing cups in the proper place. I guess it's only fair. Yeah, we're still in the intro, Mara. We're still in the intro. Mara, just to fill you in on the choices that we made, we have gone the full love route, Mara, although that shouldn't surprise you. And I have chosen for high initiative from Cove, because the way that the story has progressed this far, if Cove isn't ready to make moves by now, I don't know what to do. So we are going full steam ahead in part 3. Cove is 2000% into you anyway. Well, that's what I mean. By the end of part 2, it was very, very clear that the interest was there. So, like, it just makes logical sense at this point. Also, I don't know how to deal with the fact that Liz is hot now. And, the moms are also super hot. Once again, that's the other thing about this game. As wholesome as it is, everybody is hot. It's fucked. I am actively not dealing with it. I guess it's only fair. My first round was pretty general classes, and year 1 of my architecture major was the basics. Now it feels serious. I actually have to know some things. And you can see that your moms have, in fact, aged. It's true, they did age. There was a gray streak in the hair. Everyone in this game is just so hot for no reason. Well, Cal, you see, the younger people are hot because the parents are hot. The parents are hot because... fuck you. That's why. And that's all we need to know. Being a lesbian sure is exhausting when every woman is attractive. It's true. Oh, they do also have crow's feet. That's true. They do have crow's feet. That is true, Mara. The laugh she gave was flippantly airy, but the way she scrubbed the plates held more force than necessary. I know you can handle it. I think it's really cool that you want to be an architect. That does sound hard. Simply shrugged, merely listened to her venting. I'm not going to give her the empty "you got this." And I do think it's cool that she wants to be an architect. That is an awesome line of work. So like, I think that's relative. Don't be too impressed yet. Wait to see if it actually happens, but thanks. Nah, Liz, I got you. Your older sister's mouth quirked into a small smile. Sombra, hello, how are you? We have just gotten into part 3. Look at our big sister Liz at the age of 21. Our Liz got hot. We are having trouble. So I got your go live notification about 5 minutes ago. Sombra, literally everybody's go live notification was late. I'm bi, but damn, not even I find everyone attractive. Angel, I get you. I'm pan. And I struggle a lot because I do fall into the pan stereotype of, oh my god, everybody is hot. Sorry, I can't English. No, that's super valid, Angel. But you're right. Not everybody falls into the bi-pan stereotype of being attracted to everybody. I'm definitely one of those situations where I'm like, listen, I'm pansexual, and not all pansexuals are attracted to everybody. I mean, I am. But it doesn't mean everybody is, damn it. I think they're all attractive, but fake. Fair enough. I don't know. I think, you know, it's a fantasy story. People are allowed to be pretty. It's fine. It's fine. I love Code because he loves Amber, but, like, they're just fictional. Once again, though, the thing is like, we were talking about this a little bit in the Discord, is like, I have met people who, like, the stories that have happened in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, a lot of those are real things that I've either personally experienced or seen other people experience, and they were handled in positive ways. While this game does really focus on the positive parts of life, with a few, like, moments of conflict that are valid, I find that while it does focus on the positives, those positives aren't fake. It's just not taking the time to also show you the negatives. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's super fluff, exactly. That's cute. At least you own it. Listen, you gotta own it. You gotta own it. I literally, you can't see it from this angle, but I have a pansexual flag taped to my roof. It's never been so idyllic for me that I can remember. I mean, I feel a big part of that is just also, like, small town life. And like, not to get into the downer conversations either, but, like, not everybody is fortunate to have super supporting parents. Not everybody is fortunate to have that really, really supportive world around them, and that's valid and deserves to be talked about. But I do think that these experiences are and can be real, and I hope one day to be half as good. If I can be half as good of a parent to any children that I have, that the parents in this game are to their kids, if I can be half as good, then I feel like I will be an incredible parent. You know what I mean? Like, I really, really, really appreciate that there is still conflict in this story without it being laying into the stereotypes of, like, shitty parents are shitty. And I really, really appreciate that there are some really healthy and organic conversations that happen while still having parents being parents and still having kids being kids. Gimmity Bob, ayo, this man plan. No, sir, no hentai in here. Couldn't be further from the truth, Skimmity. Cute boy never caught fireflies with me. I want to catch fireflies with cute people. It just doesn't fireflies around. That's my problem. Alright, let's get into this. It'll be fine, one way or another. It's very slice of life, Skimmity. That is true, Angel.
Oh.
Oh, but I'm not trying to scare you away from college, if that's even your plan. What's going on with that, anyway? Oh, I guess we gotta decide that lately. We had a solid plan set for a long time. Came to a firm conclusion recently. Next thing you know, Soul King is playing Doki Doki. Yo, okay. I have huge respect for Doki Doki Literature Club. I've seen that game played to conclusion. I'm really glad I watched somebody else play it instead of playing it myself, because if I had played it myself, I would have had some trouble with a couple of moments in it. But I do think that that game is fucking brilliant. I think that game is absolutely genius. Doki Doki Literature Club is an absolute masterpiece of a game. Alright, I think that we would have a firm plan, but it's going to be something stupid. I hope it lets me pick a dumb option. The question is whether or not my character is planning on going to college or not. Solid plan. You answered the question as much as you were able and willing to. Liz's smile grew more reassuring as you did. Okay, it's not going to actually let me choose. My headcanon is that he's definitely going to go for music, and then he's going to drop out. You plan on being an MMA fighter, right? No, Mara, no. The MMA fighter thing comes later. He goes for music. The canon here is going to be that he goes for music, drops out because he doesn't like the music program, and then he becomes an MMA fighter. Pulled on my sofa bed and got my duvet. I'm prepared for story time. Hell yeah, Sombra, let's go. You made it through 12 years of full-time education already? You can make your ideas happen, I'm sure. Skimmity, chill. I need you to chill right now, my friend. Oh, I listened to a bunch of Realms Crew. Angel, thank you. Angel, thank you so much. That means a lot. From somebody who is as incredibly talented as you are, that really means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do a lot of driving in the past couple of days, so was listening in the car. Amazing. Thank you so much for giving it a listen. That means a lot to me. Mara, there's no timeouts needed, but yeah, Skimmity, we're here for a wholesome good time. Tonight is super chill vibes night. And yeah, Mara spent a fuck ton of channel points to get this game, so it's not even just me you're fighting with on this one. Look, I only started making music like 2 months ago or something. Angel, I only started making music in the last year and a bit, and you are such a talented pianist, so like, give yourself credit. You just throw shit together? That's all I do. That's all we're all doing. We're just throwing shit together. I've talked about this before, where like, the key to making music is just to keep sucking until you don't anymore. And, you know, part of that is just make music and make music and make music and make music and throw it out there, and people who like it will like it, and you'll find the people, right? I can play piano, yes, but being able to make my own music, I sucked for ages. That's the same. That's the same. Art is basically just fuck around and find out. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, your piano playing is absolutely stunning, Angel. And the one thing, so here's the thing, though. So something that I can't do at all, Angel, is do a cover song. I can't cover songs. You made me a song. Wait, what? Hang on. Hey, what? Pausing, saving for a sec. Let me grab it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Skimmity, thank you for the lurk. Have yourself a great time. Appreciate you being here. Okay. I'm gonna pop over to chat for a sec. Yeah, Angel, do you mind if I listen to it on stream? That's fucking amazing. Oh, I guess I can still have the music on in the background for now. Fine. We'll just vibe for a sec. Something on Discord, just waiting to save it to my computer. Okay, no worries, no worries. Alright, in that case, we'll read a little bit more, and then when it's ready, we'll listen to it. Also, just thinly veiled excuse to use my transition again. Who am I kidding? Yeah. You made it through 12 years of full-time education already? You can make your ideas happen, I'm sure. Sometimes it felt hard to believe your public schooling experience was over. In the end, you did not graduate top of your class. You had to work really hard, but you were rewarded with great grades. Yeah, we'll do that. You're gonna miss it. You felt satisfied leaving off there. You wished it could have gone better. You were just glad it was over. You'd achieved a lot, and could take what you learned with you moving forward. Liz picked up on the silence her question ended up creating. She decided it was time to make a closing statement on the topic.
You're a good boy.
I know. No, I know that that is supposed to be really wholesome. And in context, it is very wholesome. But I just got "You're a good boy" just ASMR right in my ears. I'm sorry. Like... The voice line, the situation, wholesome as fuck. The situation, wholesome as fuck. But, god damn it! Couldn't they have just added the name? Like, if it had just been, "You're a good boy, Cygnus," it would have been full. It would have been fine. It would have been fine. Just one more word. It would have been fine. Okay. Coming back. But you also want Liz to tell you you're a good boy? Oh, God. Well, only Cove says the voice names. That's true. That's true. That's true. Oh, step 3 and step 4 are going to be a problem. Do what's best for you, and we'll all be here to back it up. Ugh. How sweet and wholesome. I'm a horrible person. Fucking hell. Thanks, Liz. At that, Liz happily passed the final dish your way. She waved a soapy, soaked hand as farewell and moved to her next task for the cleanup job. You started a playthrough as well, Sombra? Hell yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. That's awesome. You refocused on getting the last pieces put back where they belonged. You eventually moved on to a new chore, but that was interrupted by the sound of your cell phone. 'Cause you're a young adult, you've got a cell phone. Honestly, I don't even know what I would do differently for a playthrough. I could definitely see the allure of going back and picking different characters, though. And see who else you can romance, that's true. I haven't had much chance to get far, but I've started a baby goth character named Aurora. That's really cute, Sombra. I love that. Default? No. Silly novelty song? No. Set one of your most beloved songs to your ringtone? Yes. They haven't finished out the other romance path, sadly. Not yet. Oh, wow. That's interesting. You casually picked it up from the table where you had placed it earlier. The phone was a couple years old at this point, having been a 16th birthday gift from your parents. I already did my Cove slow burn. Now I'm going to see how my pact with Derek plays out. Cool. When can I romance multiple people? Devs, please let it happen. I really want poly options. If I have one actual genuine request for Dragon Age 4, if I have one request of Dragon Age 4, I would like the opportunity to be in a poly relationship. That's it. And if I trust anybody to actually do it, it's BioWare. So, like, that's like my one request of Dragon Age 4. That and maybe use a different engine than Dragon Age Inquisition, but like my one and only request for Dragon Age 4 is like poly options. Because when I played Dragon Age Inquisition, my Inquisitor romanced Iron Bull, but would have also romanced Dorian if I was allowed to romance multiple characters. Because Elf Mage, Iron Bull, and Dorian, just as a combo, is just chef's kiss. You and the devs would like a different engine. Oh, I know. I am not blaming BioWare for that fucking piece of shit engine. I know exactly who to blame on it. 2 little letters. EA. What the fuck? Oh, hang on, we got messages. E. All right, let's half the songs that.
Thank you for the subscription.
LMP with the 5 gifties. Oh, good people got them too. Uber Ash, Meech, Mushrooms, Corpse Mum, Big Cast World. Let's fucking go. LMP is dragging me into the Kingdom Hearts, kicking and screaming. It is true. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I do not think it added those numbers, but because I'm pretty sure we're at 73 now. I'm pretty sure we're at 73 now. So LMP, actually, then in that case, while you're here, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. LMP. So I got an email from GameStop. And they were like, hey, we're having a sale. So because everybody, good night, I'm trying to put the stream away. Cal, have a great night. Take care, get some sleep. They're like, hey, we're having a sale. So because of LMP's active actions and Greed's very ominous threat, I got this on sale. So it exists. I still refuse to play it unless we hit that fucking goal. It will be very, very, very easy for me to resell it. But I feel like y'all are determined to humble me, so I figured I should save a couple of bucks. If we don't hit the goal, do a stream where you burn it. Alice. Yes. I'll make sure we hit that goal. LMP, you're an absolute legend. Even if it goes to the last day, you are showing the fuck up for that. Oh my god. Live eBay auction. I want some salt arson. Holy shit. Hey, maybe that's a stream idea for if I hit 1,000. 1,000 followers, we'll do salt arson, where we vote on things for me to set on fire. We'll do an outside stream and I set stuff on fire for 1,000 followers. Salt burning Square Enix headquarters for creating Kingdom Hearts. No, I would never do that because Square Enix has made too many other amazing games. Here's the thing. Like I said, the issue isn't that I think Kingdom Hearts is bad, it's that Kingdom Hearts is convoluted and it terrifies me. And I'm scared to make that commitment. Because I also feel like what's going to happen is I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts 1 and I'm going to fucking like it. And then I don't know what to do with myself. Because I have spent 20 years being like, nah, it's okay, it's not for me. And then if I'm wrong after 20 years, that's it, that's all. LMP, thank you for those 5 gifties. You fucking rock. I hope you're doing alright. So, burning down Amazon headquarters. Jeffrey Bezos. Jeffrey Bezos. Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Please don't clip that. I want to still be able to stream on Twitch. Anyway, our cousin Lee is calling us. We should answer the phone. Despite having busier and busier lives and not living in the same town, you still had a good relationship with your cousin of the same age. Especially once the miracle of you both having your own phones actually happened. She got hers first, though. Tapping at the accept button, you answered her call. A familiar, bubbly voice came through right after.
Hi.
Okay, 3 things happened simultaneously there. No, Lee and I are the exact same age, so Lee is also 18. Oh, she's gay. So, 3 things here, all at once. 1, the little crab. The little crab is right there, and that's really fucking cute. 2, that is a Samsung Galaxy S9 phone. You want to know why I know it's a Samsung Galaxy S9 phone? Because that's literally my phone. That's literally my phone. Like, hang on. And I'm not doing this for the transition. But, like, look at it. My phone, the bezels are colored. Well, like, it's even the same purple. It's even the same purple. We're gonna ignore the fact that my phone is cracked to shit. It is based off the Samsung Galaxy S9. No, that's not the case. This is the case. That is the back of my phone. Mine is also cracked to shit. Oh god, I have abused the ever-living fuck out of this phone. But yeah, that is definitely modeled after the Galaxy line of phones. I forgot the S9 existed, TBH. I kind of wish I did. No, the phone's actually purple. It asked me what color I wanted my phone to be, and I chose purple. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot my phone was purple when I chose for my phone to be purple. I just thought it'd be funny to have a purple phone because I have purple eyes. You had the S8? I heard the S8 was good. Hey, Cygnus. Hiya. I trust I'm not interrupting anything major. The battery on my one started draining super quickly. Yeah, I'm starting to have that problem too. A legally distinct Galaxy phone. It is the Shamrung Milky Way version 6. Perfect. Yeah, write that down, Benny. Yeah, it's a great phone. I trust I'm not interrupting anything major. You've updated the Google Pixel 6 Pro. I want the Pixel so badly. I want the Pixel so badly. Samsung means 3 stars in Korean. That's a pretty damn tiny Galaxy if you ask me. Ooh, shit. Only some cleaning around the house. Oh, then you're welcome for my call. A distraction from that must have been desperately needed. Apparently, base Pixel 6 is a great value phone. That's what I hear. The base Pixel 6 is apparently top quality for the price. Thank you, my dear cousin. Hey, I love doing chores. I like cleaning. It's good to hear from you. Yes, thank you, my dear cousin. I like to think that we have a really sarcastic relationship with our cousin, and it's the best.
My pleasure.
Lee's the fucking best. It was on a really good deal during Black Friday, so I took the plunge. No, I don't blame you, Sombra. I want a new phone with a headphone jack, but we can't all get what we want. You can if you don't buy an Apple phone. How am I gay? For everyone. I mean, Alice, this is just how it be. She giggled, and you could hear the jangling of the jewelry she must be wearing. Nothing amazing is happening for me either. I'm bored, and it felt like chatting. My morning shift ended, so I'm free for the rest of the day. Woo! None of the newer phones have audio jacks. Fuck. That's good. You were off to your part-time job today. You hadn't started working anywhere yet, so you couldn't relate. Lee is basically Salt as a girl, though, isn't she? I'm feeling a little bit called out, Mara. I'm feeling just a teeny tiny bit called out here. God, that makes me so mad that fucking phones don't have audio jacks anymore. Samsung's new S series and Notes don't have headphone jacks either. Oh! Why? Fucking Bluetooth headphones are only okay. Even the best Bluetooth headphones still use Bluetooth technology, so they're only okay. God damn it. The Pixels do, but I hate Google. I mean, fair. But the Pixels are nice, so whatever. I'm just tired of the bloatware on Samsung phones, honestly. I'm trying to... I don't want to... Yeah, the Pixels have, like, no bloatware. Exactly. That's the whole thing, Sombra. That's why I'm interested in them. The Pixels have, like, no bloatware. This is the hardest decision so far. Because I'm like, I don't want Cygnus to have to deal with capitalism already. But I also am not the biggest fan of the idea that Cygnus is just riding on his parents' money. Like, both of these options suck. To the point where I have to start adding things to make fun. Hell yeah, I'm down with that though, Sombra. That's fucking great. The C in Cygnus stands for capitalism. I mean, yeah. Individual Cygnus go. Like you, Lee had started dipping her toes into the workforce of late. It made keeping in touch frequently a bit more complicated, but you both managed. I mean, overthrow the means of production from within via punches. What about you? Been pretty normal.
Cool.
Cool. That's you then. So, how's Mr. Cove Holden doing? There it is. There was a teasing bent to her tone. She was never willing to let up on what was going on between the two of you. Easier to guillotine the rich if you work for them. Sometimes. Not necessarily. Will say, though, the stock Google launcher sucks. I paid for the Nova launcher, but I technically got it for free with the Google survey money. Good to know. Good to know. Cygnus Lefteris Gonzalez. Putting the punch in punch card. Oh! I asked a girl out for coffee and she replies with, I feel like you should just come over, and I don't know what the fuck that means. Spit. Spit. This is what I'm thinking, TBH. I mean, that's probably valid. But see, I live in the fantasy world where everybody in the world who is at all talking to people I care about is obviously in love with them. That's the world I live in, because how could somebody not see Spitty and, like, talk to him for more than 5 minutes and not fall in love? So, like, I'm convinced she loves you. I'm just saying she's probably in love with you, and I don't blame her, because you're amazing. My advice is probably not the advice to go with here, though, but that's what I think is happening. I love you too, Spitty. But that name was incredibly familiar to your ears. Cove, your next-door neighbor for the past decade at this point. But he was far more than just someone who lived on the same street. You vividly remembered the summer day you expressed feelings for each other as little 13-year-olds. It was cute. You started officially dating years ago. You only got together officially recently. I just replied with whatever you're comfortable with, smiley face. I think that's the correct move, Spit. I think that is the correct move. So here's the thing. Considering at 13 years old, Cove and Cygnus were like, I think I love you. I have a funny feeling that, like, the moment... Here's the thing. The bears, there's a horse in the hospital. Sorry, that's a really bad John Mulaney impression. I feel like the moment Cygnus's parents were like, we're okay with you dating, they would have started dating. So I'm going to say they officially started dating years ago now. And you were in love with him, but that was the one thing you hadn't admitted yet. And you were in love with him, but didn't want to talk about that at this point in your life. Hadn't admitted it yet. As soon as you said John Mulaney, I was like, oh, okay, that was spot on, but it took you saying his name to trigger for me. Really, I don't actually think it's that good. But here's the thing. There's a horse in the hospital. Nothing about this situation is normal. John Mulaney call Pint. Oh my god, no. I love how both options are being in love, not loving loving Cove is not an option. Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna say we hadn't admitted it yet. Next thing you need to do is a Nick Kroll impression. A Nick Kroll impression? I don't think I have a Nick Kroll impression. I do not think I have a Nick Kroll impression. I would have to actually listen to him a bit more. A Nick Roll? That's a very different thing. That's a very different thing. Yeah, I'd have to listen to Nick Kroll speak a little bit more before I could even attempt an impression. Are you even surviving without the boy being 10 feet away at all times? Or is everything right in the world again and he's back? No, Lee, he isn't here. Just like he wasn't here yesterday, or the last time you asked, or the time before that. Oh, he's still visiting his mom.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Can you blame me? Doesn't it seem like you should have made his grand return already? Plus, I want to visit soon, and he needs to be there too. Pardon me, sorry. Nick Roll? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. What in the fuck? Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate that. You could understand where she was coming from. This was certainly outside the norm. For the past couple of months, and the last few weeks especially, Cove had been going to his mom's place in Nevada. The two of you still regularly stayed in contact over text and calls, but still, your mind began to drift back in time to all the prior trips he'd taken to visit her. Almost every year, he'd have to go away for a while, and then he'd be back. Made you sad and lonely when it happened, you never minded it. You weren't a fan, but made do. It was just shitty. It upset you, your younger self worried about him leaving for good. Made you sad and lonely when it happened. Send him letters the entire time he was away. Your moms helped you ship out care packages to him and his mom. You gave him special treasures to take with him before he left. Kept an eye on his house for him when he wasn't there. You were incapable of doing anything until he was back. I could totally see us shipping care packages out to him. That sounds hilarious and cute. He was always full of really great stuff. He sent you regular letters in return. Okay, how gay is that? We both literally have cell phones, and we're still like, but I will write to you, my darling. That's how it was in the past, but lately he had been trying to see her as much as he could before taking long trips to another state became too impractical to do. His part-time work could become full-time soon, or he could be moving somewhere else for school. Hove hadn't actually been entirely clear what his plans were after graduation. Hove was hesitant to speak on that, even with you. Couldn't be avoided forever, though. You both knew that. There we go. And all the lesbians in chat were like, yep, I've done that.
Well,
Maybe we should switch this up to a non-Cove related topic? Sounds like a plan. The rest of the conversation rolled on. Not much longer, though. Lee had to go, and you had to finish your responsibilities around the house. The both of you exchanged goodbyes, and then you went back to what you'd been working on before the call came in. As you wrapped up the last of your chores, you were approached by Liz wearing a cheeky smile. Hello, Joel-ro! How are you doing? I've got Mom's keys. Want to get out of this tiny town and do some shopping in a real city? That sounds great.
Good.
Hell yeah, Liz, let's go. That was obvious. You didn't know how to drive. You were glad for that. You still had your learner's permit. Even though you could drive too, it was her plan. She could do it if she wanted. There is no way that you don't... Well, okay, that's not true. Get your license at 16 and go quickly as possible, because when you're in a small town, you need to be able to fucking drive. I would like to congratulate Liz on the fit. It looks really good. I'm doing really well, Joel-ro. We are having a great stream. It is I. Would the person who gifted me a sub come forward? That would be the amazing LMP Games. I think he's lurking. Oh, I think he's still in chat. Also, shout out to LMP Games, by the way, while we're here. Yes, thank you, Pint. I'm glad you got this. I'm glad you got the gifty, Cass. Part 3 treating you well? Yep, as usual, we've barely made any progress, and everyone is hot. Again, nobody is surprised. LMP is amazing. You're damn right, Cass. I have missed my salty emotes. You have them now. You have them now. I'm so glad. Enjoy them. Like, Joel-ro, that is our big sister. Our big sister is now 21. Go get your wallet and anything else. We're going now. With a nod, you made a quick detour to collect your stuff from your bedroom. You had money saved up from all the part-time work you'd done, as well as from gifts you'd received. And you still had a Kuz hiding in your room. Is she who you grew up with? Yeah, this is our big sister. We grew up with her. So this is not the next door neighbor. This is our big sister. So she's, I think, 2 or 3 years older than us. I think she's 3 years older than us. Why the fuck is she so cute? Hello? Right? The thing about this game is literally all the characters are hot. And all of the characters, no matter how old they are, look like they are like somewhere between 17 to 28. Like, when we saw our moms this time around, this was the first time they actually looked like adults, like adults. Like, they have gray hair and crow's feet and shit now, but they still look gorgeous. It reminds me of Genshin TBH. All the characters are beautiful as fuck. It's just that anime style. It's, you know, to paraphrase the Lego movie, Everyone is gorgeous. Everyone is gorgeous. They're really fucking hot. Yeah, you start at your... It's true. When you're like kids, it's like the kids were cute. That's the whole thing. It's like the kids weren't hot. The kids were cute. But like, you either were like cutie patooties, and then they all grew up into like fucking bombshells. Is like cutie to drop dead gorgeous pipeline was just direct. I look like her, please, right? After making sure you were both fully prepared for the long haul to the largest city in the surrounding area, you buckled into the car. Car ad, welcome back to the car ad. The cherub to supermodel pipeline, that is correct. Come take a relaxing ride in the new 2022 Nissan Altima, complete with heated steering wheels, heated seats, and individual climate control. A stereo system that is full 5.1 Dolby Digital surround sound, and of course, cruise control options for while you're on the highway. Nissan. For you, or your family, or everyone. Anyway. Every single one of these cars looks like a car ad. And they did get a new car, it's true. After making sure you were both fully prepared for the long haul into the largest city in the surrounding area, you buckled into the car. It was a smooth ride there, with light conversation about what shops to stop at and the radio blasting. Liz controlled what played, but she made sure to pick some songs she knew you liked. It was something the two of you had always done for each other. The trip there breezed by, and in what felt like no time had gone... Wow, let me try that sentence again. The trip there breezed by, and in what felt like no time, you had gone from cruising down the road to cruising through the mall. Oh, fun Alice thing, my wrists fall out now. Alice, no, I'm sorry. Angel, thank you. That's really sweet of you. This is, you know, the combination of having a deep voice and then going to school for radio broadcasting. That is, it's my cheat code. Ooh woo. Your job works well here. Thank you so much, Alice. Well, it's why, like, I would love to do another reading stream at some point. We mostly used it for shit posts during the anniversary stream, but it would be fun to do some more, like, copy pasta reading or, like, poetry reading and stuff like that. I might make it into, like, a channel point redeem, where, like, you can drop a bunch of points and get me to read something. I think that might be fun. Salt reads Lord of the Rings. Oh my god. I mean, it would take me about the same amount of time as it's taken me to read this. Next month you're getting testing. Fingers crossed, Alice, you get some honest answers. I'll redeem it every week for a different copy pasta. Great. Perfect. Liz had her interest to check out, and you yours. Your hobbies and skills were still the ones you developed when you were younger. You had gotten into new things since you'd grown up. No, we're still into the same things. When turning a corner down a new length of the mall, your eyes caught on a little gift store. Your friends and family had recently given you many presents for graduating high school. You realized you wanted to get a graduation gift yourself to give to Cove. You had a gift of your own ready to give Cove when the chance came. Really appreciated what you'd gotten. We already got him something. Yeah, I can pop it back in so it's mostly fine. Alice, oh my god, I really hope you get some answers. I feel like the answers that you speculate on are correct, but I hope you get some solid official answers soon. Can we talk about this store that's just called America? Hello! America! On Friday is on sale 20 to 50% off. You can buy whole states half off. Would you like to buy Texas? It now only costs the price of North Dakota. There are some great Star Trek speeches. I'd make use of for that. Hell yeah, Joel, do it. Shout out to Azura for never being wrong in their life. Azura is amazing. We love them. American Apparel is a thing IRL. Is that the American Apparel font? American Eagle. Ah, yes. You'd have to pay me to take Texas. True. I mean, all the fonts are the same here. That is also probably true. It was something you had known you wanted to do, and you were looking forward to seeing his reaction. That is the American Eagle font? Okay, good to know. Graduation may have already come and gone, but Cove wasn't really around, so you had to wait. This game is just going to give us a million pictures of fucking hot young adult Liz. Liz jump scare. Like, if I take Texas, I need to take Abbott. You need to pay me a lot. True. That is a very intense crop, it's true. Eventually, the mall was explored in full, with every shop of note being checked over. Rather than going home, you decided to walk over to some smaller stores nearby. Liz had many thoughts on that topic.
So?
Honestly, malls are not a bastion of society. Even if smaller stores require extra distance, the brands are so much more... Then you're... Wait, hang on. Was Liz going on a leftist rant? Was Liz about to go on a leftist support local stores rant? I'm loving this new Liz. I'm loving this new Liz so much. Will Canada please buy South Carolina so I don't have to immigrate? The Canadian Army will be on its way shortly. All 4 of them are ready to go. We're bringing a moose, though. It's 4 of us and a moose. So, like, we're good. Then your sister abruptly stopped speaking and walking right in the middle of the path. It was a good thing no one was behind her. She seemed to entirely shut off for a moment. Where can I play this, please and thank you? It is on Steam. The main game is completely free. It does have paid for DLC packs, but they're really cheap. You can also get it on itch.io. Yeah. And a goose. Yeah, a moose and a goose. We're ready. Can't send the Navy because the canoe won't make it. It's true, Pint. Yeah, for how much content this game has, it's well worth the price. Liz? The attempt to catch her attention was unsuccessful. Something else had all her focus. Please tell me it's somebody she's crushing on. Excuse me, we have a proud tradition of portaging. Listen, Joro, I have portaged many a fucking canoe. I do not want to portage a canoe down the fucking US border. It can stay at home. Before you could puzzle out what might be happening, she began to mumble out the corner of her mouth. Cygnus, don't draw attention, but look. What? With a harsh whisper and a subtle jerk of her head, she urged you once more.
Hey.
Look! You followed her gaze as best you could to a large bunch of colorful teens strolling down the same path. Okay. You faced back over to your sister with a confused expression and an unspoken question. What were you supposed to be seeing here? Cygnus, doesn't one of them seem familiar? He was practically bouncing at this point, so you looked the group over again, and this time you saw what she was seeing. No! Oh my god! We haven't seen this fucking cutie pie in like 10 years! Amongst the collection of strangers was brown hair, gray eyes, and lots of freckles. That's Shiloh! Our Shiloh! From when we were kids! Baby Shiloh grew the fuck up! And still looks like a little fucking cutie. Yup, that was definitely him. I can't believe it. He's honestly just there. That's hilarious. That's incredible. It has been 10 years. Are we getting the Shiloh Liz redemption arc story? Are we getting that right now? But how do we talk to him? We'd have to pull him away from all those other people, and what if I'm wrong? Your mouth opened to reply, but she cut it off with her own answer to the question. Now, is Shiloh gay? Maybe. I've got it. I'll shout the name Shiloh, and then we can act like it wasn't us. Your response to that, we'll know without a doubt it's him. Cygnus, keep an eye out to see if he looks. Liz, can't you just try talking to him normally? Why do I have to be the one who watches it? Let's try it. Fine. You don't even know how to react. Ah, fuck it. This seems fine. Actually, no, we're gonna try talking to him normally. Likely without even hearing what you had to say, Liz put her plan into action. Okay, this hasn't changed. This side of Liz has not changed. Hey, Sulking, I'll be joining you in Canada soon. Jack, yo, are you moving or are you coming to visit? That's amazing. How you doing? Shiloh! You loudly projected the word across the way and then put on an act of casualness, turning her head away from the scene while brushing at the skirt of her dress. Moving? Yo! Can I ask where in Canada land you can go? Or where you can go? You're gonna be moving to? That's awesome, Jack. Damn it, I left my duvet unattended and now there's a cat on it. Now it's a cat duvet. I don't know. Moving to Ottawa? Yo, we're gonna be in the same province. That's really exciting, Jack. Man, everyone's moving to Canada, eh? Honestly, I'm at the point that I want to become Canadian too. Everyone is welcome. Hang on. Hi, I'm the true Salt King. Allow me to be your ambassador to Canada. If you're considering moving to Canada, go for it. Just as a reminder, not everything is perfect here. Yes, we have free healthcare, but we also have our own problems, like an asshole premier who sucks at everything. But at least we have poutine. That's kind of nice. Canada. We have poutine. There you go. That's my ad for Canada. And the best bard, Pint. Thank you. That's very kind of you. that's the entire tagline. Canada, we have poutine. Your sucking prime minister is better than our sucking prime minister. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. Like, Justin Trudeau is an idiot, but he's only an idiot sometimes. The problem with Justin Trudeau is he thought he could get by being the prime minister just by being pretty. And then eventually he had to come to the realization that he had to actually make some decisions. In a supremely awkward moment, you could only stand there as attention in the area shifted towards the two of you thanks to your sister's shout. Good job, Liz. But of the many startled bystanders who became altered to your presence, one of them was the boy. From a distance, his large eyes met yours. My nightmare. Yeah, sorry, Alice. He looked. A wide grin took over Liz's face. She pushed the rim of her sun hat up and walked away from her face while swishing back around to greet her old friend directly. The latest drama with ours, he was caught at a party during lockdown and is trying to say he was at a work event. Cheese and wine at a work event. I mean, that does definitely sound like a lot of work events that I have seen corporate America do. But you're not wrong, Sombra. And that is like every leader. It's true. Every leader and every not even just like party leaders too, not even just political leaders. Shiloh. Waving, she stepped a bit closer to express her intention to meet without really closing the gap. She wanted him to come to her. Who you presume to be Shiloh looked surprised at the call-out, stole a quick glance at the crowd he was with, and hesitantly glanced back your way. He was trying to double-check something. Liz remained steadfast with her gaze trained on him, and ultimately he broke away from the rest of them. People in positions of power will do anything but help people, huh? Oh, 500%, Alice. Yay, you got the game? Angel, hell yeah, I hope you enjoy it. You will most definitely beat it faster than me, because, reading it out loud takes a lot longer, and I get very distracted when I play this game. But please enjoy it, and I'm very, very excited to hear about your experience. It was during a lockdown where we had several restrictions as well, like no more than 10 people at funerals. Meanwhile, Boris was partying. Yep, that has happened with our people too. That fucking sucks, though.
Hi.
Hi, I like your hat. Just that simple greeting had Liz giggling.
Hey.
Hello, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I'm Lizzie and that's Cygnus. We were all friends when we were little kids. His already wide eyes grew even larger, their gaze darting between you and Liz. His previously chipper demeanor faded into something delicate. I'm really sorry, but I think you have the wrong person. Uh-oh. You could tell not being instantly recognized was going to make this exchange more of a challenge. Still, Liz was undeterred. It was a long time ago. You were really young. I get why you feel like that. However, I'm positive I'm right. You're exactly the same. That face, the freckles, genially, wow, you try to phrase things. You're even still wearing a hat. Instinctively, he looked about his headwear with creased brows, not making the connection on why the hat meant something to her.
Okay.
We knew each other, okay? An uneasy smile settled on him as a silence followed Liz's speech. He was picking his next words carefully. Then the quiet was obliterated by a new voice bursting into the conversation. Shiloh! What are you doing? The rest of the group already left. A field trip is not a vacation. We're on a schedule. Startled, your head snapped towards the path. A distinctly unhappy individual with piercing magenta eyes, dark brown skin, and a sharp jaw stormed your way. He carried a cloud of authority with him, despite looking like he wasn't even 18 yet.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ditch. Shiloh, whose name was now officially confirmed, gestured with a hand to add the explanation of his absence as the stranger watched impatiently. They thought they recognized me as someone they knew, but it was a tiny misunderstanding. Liz theoretically as well as literally put her foot down at that, stomping in frustration and getting more childish the longer she was around her childhood companion.
Come on.
We do know you. Shiloh merely shrunk in on himself. The tone he spoke with was pained. Sorry. You honestly couldn't tell if he was apologizing for the upset feelings of your sister or the palpable dissatisfaction of his new acquaintance. That in and of itself was very Shiloh-like. Alright, I'm going to catch up here. Visual novels are always interesting. This has been really, really fun. I'm so happy with how many people have decided to play this game now. Mara, you've gotten quite a few people in. I think it should be just legal to throw Boris into the sea. Hell yeah. Mara did start a revolution. On the other hand, at least Boris is actually pretty good on climate change. They're not... Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I thought he supported fracking. Sheesh. You're going to be getting the DLC too? Absolutely. Honestly, some of the DLC stories have been some of the best ones, so they're really worth it. Oh, you know him. Is that it? The stranger spoke in a dismissively scoffing tone, as if the words sounded so absurd to him that it was almost amusing. Almost, but the sternness of his demeanor quickly reinstated itself. Well, do you know me? I'll tell you, I'm someone who has been forced against his will to be aware of what's going on in Shiloh's ridiculous personal life for a year. If the two of you had any importance in his general day-to-day existence, it would have come up by now. Who the fuck is this guy? Don't bother trying to exaggerate any trivial connection you might have. It's not good enough. He's with us, and you'll survive without him. Now stop loitering in the road. It's rude. Man, we got rid of fucking Jeremy, and we got this asshole instead.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? We're the rude ones? The high-strung ranting got an audible gasp from Shiloh, who finally started to speak up again in defense. Nate, that's really mean. It's also true. We're leaving. With that declaration, the unofficially introduced Nate indignantly spun on his heels and walked away speedily towards where the group went, completely confident Shiloh would follow behind. One of my favorite artists is the leftist rapper Notorious B.I.G. Oh my god, Mara. Oh, people sure can have bad attitudes, huh? Why can't they just, try to get along? It's not hard. Don't worry, though. I bet you won't have to deal with him again. And I'm sorry I can't stay to talk to you, but I hope you have a really nice life.
Bye.
Bye. That was it. His final parting words given, Shiloh left the two of you behind to catch up with his own life that he had to go live. Liz watched his exit, stunned, only to frown when it hit her that he was really gone as quickly as he'd appeared. It happened so fast you hadn't even been able to get a word in. She sighed, all the energy she built up releasing with the breath. I could have told him his last name was Fields. His birthday was October 30th. That would have proved it, but no. Wow, Shiloh grew up to be dumb? Oh my god. No, that's not what we're saying. I'm sorry, Liz. It is kind of sad. I'm hoping that turns around during this step. Ouch, can't be mean to Shiloh. No, we're not going to be mean to Shiloh. You felt so bad for your big sister. He had been such a close friend in her early years, and their reunion was completely ruined. Want to go catch up with him? Liz merely shook her head, pushing off childish thoughts. I think we can leave it here, thanks. He's in the middle of a high school field trip, and it was already enough being able to see him. There's something reassuring about witnessing firsthand that he's still out there, enjoying his own part of the world. So, if given the chance, I could definitely have a few words with him about the company he's got. She laughed, but you could tell there wasn't much humor to it. She was mad at that guy, even if she was happy to let Shiloh go. Yeah, it's really bittersweet. Maybe they're only with each other because of the trip, and it's not usually how things are.
Right?
True, we can only hope it's the same for him. We can only hope the same for him as he did for us. Have a nice life, Shiloh. We'll miss you. Liz smiled at you and had the self-confidence you knew so well from her. Come on, little baby bro. Let's finish our own trip. Yeah. No matter how either of you really felt about the occurrence, it was just something you simply had to accept. People you know just disappear and reappear in the most unexpected ways. The two of you enjoyed what remained of your outing until it was time to return home. Mara, out of curiosity, is the reason why he acted that way because of how we treated him when we were young? Like, if we had tried to include him a little bit more, would he have actually remembered us? Good night. Good night, Jack. Have yourself a great night. Thank you for being here, and good luck on the move. No, you might find out later. Okay, cool. By the time you arrived back, the sun was already beginning to set. You arched your back as you stretched your arms towards the ceiling. While it had been a good day, it had been enough activity to cover an entire week. Liz tried to hide a yawn behind her hands. You weren't the only one feeling worn out. I'll be heading up to your room, I mean the guest room, since mine stopped being available as soon as I was out the door. Ah, we got the big room after Liz left. Her tone was light. She had quite a lot to say on the subject when you'd first taken over her bigger room when she left for college, but there have been many trips back home for her since then. The room hasn't been hers for years. It was more of a running joke now that she continued to bring the topic up to this day. Hi, Alicia. Oh man, I just want to listen to more of my music. I just want you to listen to more of my music now. You dancing along is a vibe. Pass me another. I'm gonna go on a break after this section is done, and then when I come back, we'll jam to another tune because I'm really enjoying them. I'd love to hear more. Alicia, how are you? Just wanted to follow in my big sister's shoes. Flattery as a compliment can only get you so far, Cygnus. A small laugh was shared between you and your older sister.
Mm-hmm.
You better believe you'll be back in the guest room when you've got your own place and we're both in town for a visit. You want to rage quit your job? Oh god, I'm sorry. I can believe it. I bet you it's really fucking stressful right now. We can take turns. You'll have Thanksgiving, I'll get Christmas. What a reasonable and mature suggestion. I'll think about accepting it. This is cute. This interaction between the two of them, now that they're both adult siblings, or like Cygnus is about to become an adult sibling, is really, really cute. I love it. Everything else is okay. I'm glad to hear that, Alicia. She flashed her familiar grin, and you couldn't help but feel glad she was back around, even if it was temporary. With that, she plodded off to the spare room. You're ready to do the same. Moving into a new space was your first opportunity to decorate from scratch. Yo, we get to design our room. Let's go. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Books. Yeah, that works. Layout. Whoa. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. Yo, this is fucking cool as shit. Yo, what? Hang on. Yes? Hell yeah, let's go. Abstract art, let's go. Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's go. That's sick. I have to do the telescope. Then Cygnus is a constellation. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. I also just wanted to have the telescope anyway. You need some 3 a.m. toast? Hell yeah. You were really satisfied with the feel of your tiny part of the world. As your thoughts drifted, you tried to bite down another yawn. It was no good. Your bed was now lodged in your mind, and all you could think about was collapsing on it. You trudged up the stairs to your room. Stepping aside, you closed the door behind you, blocking the rest of the house. When you turned back around, you realized you were not alone there. Comfortably perched on the windowsill was someone very familiar to you. You forgot to make tea tomorrow morning? No worries, Alice. Has he figured out how to get up onto this windowsill too? Are you serious? Holy shit. Fictional men don't count, right? Alice, it's okay. You don't have to be a Kinsey 6. It's fine. You can be a Kinsey 5. That's acceptable. TLDR, universities are just so performative. The not even mass stabilism is really frustrating now, considering we've all been told, yeah, that's fucked up, Alicia. It's fucked up all around, and I'm really sorry. Fuck, if I'm not okay, Salt is not okay. Yeah, that's... If I met this boy at 18, I would have been fucking destroyed. I may have screamed into my pillow just a bit. This cheeky fuck just climbed in. Just climbed into the fucking room. Cove motherfucking Holden. I'm really glad that we did not design him in advance so we could be surprised by this shit. The shock knocked all words out of you. Huh? How are you here? I think, how are you here? Surprise? That cheeky fucking grin on this kid. Oh my god. I said chat wouldn't be ready. Yeah, no, we weren't ready. You forgot you were part of chat. Surprise? His tone was easy and relaxed. It certainly was a surprise. You hadn't expected him to be within the state, never mind your own house. You hadn't answered how he had just suddenly appeared back in Sunset Bird, though, to be fair, you had been so astounded there hadn't been much of an opportunity for him to chat with you. Thankfully, Cove was waiting for a good moment to start, and began to explain.
So...
I got in about 15 minutes ago. No one was home, so I figured I'd come in the usual way. I love that he's figured out how to climb up both sides of the house now. It's just a very gentle bonk. Good job, everybody. The window. A small smile formed on his face. You were still staring at him, unable to blink in case he disappeared. You could still barely believe that he was really there, mere feet away from you. And Cove makes an appearance at age 23 at all? 23 as well? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anything can top this, TBH. Cygnus might be able to top it. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Alicia! Oh my god! The long hair kills me. The long hair looks good on him! Okay, who is this? Angel, mild spoilers. That's our boyfriend. This is us seeing our boyfriend for the first time at the age of 18. This is the first time chat has seen this character at the age of 18. Yeah, and he's gone back to wearing glasses again. He's gone back to wearing glasses again. Yep, it's really fucking cute. It's really fucking cute. Beautiful specimen. Hell yeah. Alicia, you are the sweetest. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. You were still staring at him, unable to blink in case he disappeared. You could still barely believe that he was really there, mere feet away from you. This is a good time to come back. Yeah, Sombra, Cove is here, and we're struggling. We're struggling, Sombra. Cove embraced his nerdy side a little bit and grew his hair out, and oh my god. And oh my god. He's like Batman. If he disappears if you blink. True facts. I guess so. I left my bags in your backyard. I hope that's alright. Cove, you can do whatever the fuck you want right now. It's fine. He revoked my lesbian license. That was when you truly understood. Cove had come straight to you upon getting back to town. You were his first port of call, taking precedence above all else. Oh my god. Like I said, Alice. Alice, you can have a little bit of Kinsey 5 as a treat. He invoked my gay license, JK, but maybe. Benny, again, you can have yourself a Kinsey 2. You can have yourself a little bit of a Kinsey scale 2 as a treat. It's fine. Everybody can just take one Kinsey scale step closer to the center. Cove would like to welcome you all to the place of, am I though? On this extremely hot note, I'm gonna get some work done. I'll be lurking. That's super valid, Alicia. Go have a good lurk. He's a bit too young for me, but protagonist? Yeah, I mean, that's valid. Yeah, 18 is a bit young for me too, but I get it. This would have destroyed me 10 years ago. Like, if I was in when I played this game, I played it through my 18-year-old brain. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Me too, but we can appreciate. Oh, exactly. 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 Like, if I put it this way. I'm like, if I was in, like, second or third year university and this freshman walked in the door, I'd fucking die. Even though you hadn't been in when he called, Cove had ensured that he'd see you at the earliest opportunity, rather than allowing his plans to change. The number of revive spells I've had to use. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we're keeping Alice alive here. You laughed. That realization made you bashful. You shook your head at his antics. You stayed frozen. You got for the shock. You walked over to join him. No, we running. We running, boys. Every second away from him was a moment too long, because we're young and we're gay and we're in love. Because I'm still Club Mr. Holden, but, you know, I mean, that is true. That is true. Cove's dad can get it, too. Fucking Cove's dad can get it. Cygnus's parents can get it. Everyone can get it. It's just ooh-woo all over the place. As you approached, Cove quickly hopped from the windowsill to meet you. Irresponsibility? Yeah, that's ignorable if you have abs like that. Yeah, I cannot wait to see certified DILF Cliff Holden. Like, full DILF status Cliff is going to also destroy us. That, I am not ready. As you approached, Cove quickly hopped from the windowsill to meet you. You're too crazy. I'm glad you're here. I've missed you. Trouble's back in town. Let's go, Trouble's back in town. I'm gonna save in case I think it's light teasing. Trouble's back in town. You ruffled his hair, wrapped him in a gentle embrace, pulled him into a bone-crushing hug, jumped into his arms, smiled at him. We kissed the boy. Fuck yeah, we kissed the boy. He instinctively began to close his eyes as your face leaned in closer to his. We giving a proper fucking smooch. He met you partway and the two of you shared a gentle greeting kiss. Kiss the boy! Did you realize you can reverse any of your choices all the way back to the beginning of the scene? Yes, I did know that. That was a bold choice by the dev. I think it's great. I think it's good for an accidental misclick, too. Oh yeah, we're gonna kiss the fucking boy. We did our time! 8 years of it! You then step back a bit. Cove rubbed the side of his head and furtively glanced down. Though he couldn't help getting a little nervous still, he was beaming. Look at this fucking cutie pie. Oh my god. I missed you. Even if he hadn't said it outright, you would have gotten the message from his body language. Cove was grinning widely, his raised cheeks burying his eyes, which gleamed like hidden gems. Because this game is about customizing your choices, it kind of makes sense to give you that freedom. Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool. But he looked at you as if you were the most exciting treasure of all. Oh my god. This game is going into mega fluff territory now. I love it. How was the trip? Cove's brow creased as he considered your question. He leaned in and kissed you again. Okay. Is that your I don't want to talk about it right now solution? Cause, like, that's fine. After a long moment, he broke the kiss and tilted his head back just enough to speak, but not so much that your forehead stopped touching. High initiative, right? Yep, high initiative. I am fine with that. They're so adorable. This is what I wanted. I wanted Cove to finally have at least enough confidence to just go for it. Because it's not like Cygnus hasn't been sending the fucking green light signal for years now. I hated it. Let's never be apart again, okay? Okay, Cove! He said that absolutely as a joke, an exaggeration. Something that wasn't a real request, of course, yet despite all that, it felt real. Your heart hammered in your chest. Your head swam, cast adrift on a tide of thoughts and adrenaline. Wow, what a gas! Yup! Cove smiled, as if offering a silent apology for his sudden onslaught of tenderness, but he let the words proudly hang in the air all the same. Cove told you about his trip back home. Soon you'd even recovered enough to actually listen. Hey, remember when we proposed at like 8? Yeah, right? His mom was doing really well. She had a project in the works that she was thrilled about. As a result, Cove was going to be sticking around in Sunset Bird for the time being. Things were settled as much as they ever could be. With Cove back once more, you felt at ease. He had 2 wives in preschool. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Cove stretched his arms out over his head. His eyes on the window and the world beyond. The sun had set while you'd been busy reuniting. That's one way to put it. The sun had set while you two were making the fuck out. Though I'm embarrassed to say I don't remember their names. Doro, how dare you not remember your preschool wives' names? You've already been married twice. You gotta remember those names. 3 times, I think.
Well,
I should probably get my stuff and see Dad. He glanced over to you with a familiar, expectant look. Want to come with me? Yeah, we do. We gotta see.
Cool.
We gotta see Dilf Master 3000, Cliff Holden. Let's go meet our dad-in-law. Dilf Holden, let's go. Both began to head to your bedroom door. You followed after him? Yeah, let's go. The two of you casually went down to the ground floor of your house. In all the excitement of Cove's return, you hadn't even remembered the gift you'd prepared for when he got back. It'd best to give it to him now before you left your house. Anyway, here just a little while, I got something for you. Cove tilted his head, intrigued. No piggyback ride? Disappointing, Cygnus. Not this time. Not this time, Mara.
Really?
Really? You nodded with some eagerness, trying to imagine how he'd react when he actually saw it.
Everybody needs a little salt.
Polly! Polymune! Polly's in the chat. Good to see you. How are you? Big love to you. Thank you for the shout out to Polly. I was about to do it. You beat me to it. Polly was playing Octopath Traveler today, and was up against the stupidest boss I've ever seen. And I have nothing but the utmost respect for her for getting through it. How's the stream going? Polly, it's going well. The entirety of chat is really gay right now. It has been a time. So, we just got to a point in this game where everybody is 18. Like, we started at the age of 8. And then we got to 13, and now we're at 18. And this cutie pie in front of us is our boyfriend. Also, the main character's older sister is 21 now, and she's hot. And we have lesbian parents. Both of our moms are hot. And we're about to go over to our boyfriend's house to meet his dad again. And he's going to be hot. And we're gonna fucking die. Everyone is hot. We have all died several times. See, I'm attracted to Cove, but still in a gay way, and I don't know how to explain that. No, Alice, I get that. I can 100% understand that. You bought Cove something special. The gift you had chosen hadn't been something you could buy. Too much hotness cannot contain the bonks. We're trying so hard. Okay, Polly. So, we were having a chat with our big sister. And our big sister at one point, because, you know, we're 18, but we're still the little brother. So she teases us from time to time. And so at one point she says, you know, you're such a good boy. But the character, the voice actors voiced that line. So I had like a young adult voice, you're such a good boy, right in my ears. And I was just like, nope. Was not ready. Was not ready for that. It was too much. It was supposed to be a really cute moment. I was not prepared at all. So yeah, this is such a wholesome game, but we're all degens and gay, so it's been a time. But we made him something. It was the orange shell he had been entranced with since you were kids, a white poppy from the hill behind your house, something you'd made yourself. You rushed upstairs to collect the gift you made for him. It was the end product of hours of labor, including thinking about Cove and what he meant to you and what would bring him the most joy. Damn right it's a fucking song, and suddenly Salty needs a shower. I just need a tall glass of water. Just a tall glass of water, and I don't mean my cute boyfriend. We wrote him a song 'cause we're gay. Your heart skipped a beat as you picked it up, excitement growing as you looked down at the CD. You hurried back to Cove. Clove is a tall glass of water. See, I'm out of water. I gotta go get some. You carefully made the trip back down the stairs. Cove looked at you as you approached. Not wanting to put it off any longer, you hopefully held out your gift to him. It's a song. You made Cove a mixtape. Yeah, the first track is the song I wrote for you. The rest of it is just the Power Rangers theme song on a loop, and it's what I want to listen to the first time we make love. It's a song. Cove's eyes widened as he took it in.
That's...
Did you make that for me? Well, that was a sentence! You're welcome, Alice! I love the chat delay. My favorite thing about the chat delay is I can say something really cursed, and it takes a few seconds for everybody to be like, what? Did you make that for me? Words were faint. I did. Cove smiled, blinking rapidly as he shook his head. Went to that much effort? He grinned, tearing his glossy eyes away from your present long enough to look at you. Which gives us perfect comedic timing. It's so good. I love that he still has the dorky smile. I can't believe it. I'll take really, really good care of it. Yeah, Andy's tearing up. Deegan hell. It's true. Well, it's time for bed for me. Joelro, thank you so much for being here. As always, I really appreciate it. Have yourself a great night and get some sleep. He cradled the gift in his fingers as he took it from your hands. It's irreplaceable. Cove reverently laid the gift safely on the counter, but he didn't turn back to face you once he had ensured it was secure. Though his face was angled away from you, you caught his eyelashes fluttering as if batting away tears. His throat bobbed as he swallowed bubbling emotion. You knew that Cove could be sentimental. The gift, and all the memories and feelings tied up in it, seemed to have taken a toll on him. He began to sniffle. You felt the need to reach out. Cove?
Cygnus.
I can't. Cygnus, I don't know what to do. He forcefully scrubbed at his eyes like he was trying to push back the tears that threatened to spill back in. Cove, it's okay. Do you need to cry? No. Nevertheless, tears had begun to spill down his cheeks. Even as he wiped them away, more took their place. Oh no! We overwhelmed him. Thank you. His voice quavered as he spoke. Cove reached out. You gladly stepped forward to meet him. He laid his warm hands against your cheeks and brought his lips to you. 3 kisses, motherfucker, let's go! You kissed Cove until the need for air finally won out. Your head spinning, you were glad of the security of Cove's hands. Even after your lips had parted, Cove remained close, hands still framing your face. Welcome. Pesky oxygen, how dare. Cove let out a steady breath. It was far removed from the shaky gasps that had accompanied his sniffles. Tears had dried. His eyes were a little red, but open and at peace once again. He smiled, fully recovered from the emotion that had overcome him. You're really, seriously, too nice to me. You smiled back. I don't think there's such a thing as too nice when it comes to you. Cove brushed his hand against the pale ghost of a scar on his arm. He was at a loss for what to do now. The clock ticked away, counting the seconds of silence. Once you'd had a chance to settle your thoughts, you figured you'd tell Cove the intriguing news. I meant to tell you earlier. I saw Shiloh today.
Huh?
Shiloh? Cove repeated the name, his expression blank. When we were kids. Coda, what's good? Good to see you. Yeah, shout out for Coda Pill. Oh, I got it. Okay, my shoutouts weren't working earlier, but I was able to do it. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Cove pondered for a moment, then snapped his fingers. Oh, he was the freckly boy from that first summer, right? The one who moved. I met a guy named Shiloh. He looked just like the Shiloh we knew, plus however many years. But he didn't remember me and just left. Cove frowned. That's, I don't know. Too bad I missed it, though you knew him better than I did. Hey, Code, I stole your color. Our color. Russia's theme plays. Russia's theme. National anthem. Russia's theme. Tell people that you're a video game and anime nerd without telling people that you're a video game and anime nerd. Russia's theme song. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. I just told on myself so hard. Yeah. I love Russia's battle theme. That was definitely true. The music that plays whenever Russia starts. Yeah, it's true. When you boot up Russia. Yeah. Yeah. Guys. Want to play a retro game? I got this game called Russia. Just one sec. Yeah, I got it right here. What platforms is Russia on? It's definitely on the ColecoVision. Russia is on the ColecoVision. It has such great lyrics, especially the opening. Oh my god, canned. Oh my god, there's actually a Russia anime opening on YouTube. Is there fucking seriously? Russia is the remastered version. Real gamers play USSR. Yeah, I had USSR for the Commodore 64. I'm guessing Russia is not PC. I mean on PC. Oh my fucking god, y'all. Salt, do you like anime? I do, but I will also be the first to admit that, like with anime, just like TV and like movies, I do not keep up. I like anime insofar as what happens is I get an anime thrown at me, and when I actually find time to stop my ADHD brain and sit down and watch it, I fucking love it. But I just like TV and movies, I very often do not go out of my way to find it on my own. Do I have any favorites? I'm very old school in my favorites. I'm very, very old school in my favorites. Probably my number one favorite, just because it affected me in such a fucking way, was Neon Genesis Evangelion. Which is like the most basic thing, but I just remember seeing that and watching it and End of Evangelion, and then basically spending a solid 3 hours just in my chair like this, staring off into the universe at what I had just experienced. Some other big ones. Please listen to my cover. Do you do Cruel Angel's Thesis? I think I've heard your Cruel Angel's Thesis cover, actually. I'm pretty sure I've heard it. I'm pretty sure I've heard your Cruel Angel's Thesis cover, if I'm remembering right. Regardless, I fucking do want to hear it again. I'm really glad that Neon Genesis Evangelion is considered the basic popular opinion, because it's one of the most thematically rich animes I've seen. So, what I mean by that is, like, well, listen again. They finally finished Evangelion recently. It now has a decent ending. I like End of Evangelion. So, I need to watch the new version of Evangelion because I haven't seen it, but I enjoy the original 26 episodes of Evangelion plus End of Evangelion. What I always tell people is watch the 26 episodes, then watch End of Evangelion to actually get the ending, and then it's a great time. If you don't mind things that are aggressively depressing and dark, but incredible. I agree with you that it's the basic popular opinion because it's so popular. It actually is really popular, but I'm glad because it's not what I expect to be popular. It's pulp, but it's very strange, wild, and particular. So, how do I put this? I'm gonna, once again, as always with my metaphors, I'm gonna relate to music. Neon Genesis Evangelion is the Tool of anime, like the band Tool of anime, in that it should not be as popular as it is. There is no reason why it should be as huge as it is. It should not have that level of success that it has. It is challenging. It is complex. It has themes that honestly are upsetting at times. And yet, it is still one of the most beloved pieces of whatever in its genre. So, yeah, I would say that Neon Genesis Evangelion is the Tool of anime, which is a really weird metaphor to make, but in my mind, it makes perfect fucking sense. Because I love Tool. Tool is a great band. And the other side about it, too, is when you tell people you like Neon Genesis Evangelion, when you... So, like... But, like... When you tell anime fans, oh, my favorite anime is Neon Genesis Evangelion, you get a lot of, ugh. Like, of course it is. Same with if you're a Tool fan. If you're a Tool fan and you tell other metalheads or other prog metal fans, oh, I really like Tool, you kind of get a kind of reaction, right? You damn me the song? Hell yeah. We're going to listen to it in just a little bit. I want to finish this chapter, and then we're going to jam out on some more tunes. I agree with what you said, but with the movie Don't Look Up. I haven't seen Don't Look Up yet. I've heard a lot of stuff about Don't Look Up. I don't find it odd that it is. Probably clicked emotionally with a lot of 90s teens. That's true, LMP. It's also a product of its time. A Perfect Circle. A Perfect Circle is great. I love them a lot. And I don't think it's actually fair to compare A Perfect Circle and Tool. They're very, very different. The only thing they have in common is Maynard James Keenan on vocals. Are there other animes you like? Obviously I was a Death Note fan. I really liked Code Geass. All of my anime stuff is from about a decade removed at this point, for the most part. Yeah, Death Note, obviously. Code Geass was another big one. Full Metal Alchemist. I like Brotherhood as an anime better, but I think the songs in Full Metal Alchemist, the first anime, are better. What are some others that I really, really fucking liked? I'm finally watching Cowboy Bebop for the first time with one of my very good friends here in Toronto. We got about halfway through it, and then the panini happened, and so we have to get back and finish the second half. All hail Lelouch, hell yeah, Rouge! Cowboy Bebop is fucking incredible, and I can't wait to finish it. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is completed version, that's why. Yeah, it's correct. It's so good. Oh yeah, Furikuri! Furikuri fucking rocks as well. I fucking love Furikuri. You maintain that Full Metal Alchemist should be read? That's a valid take to have, Pint. I just ain't got time. Those would probably be my big ones. There are definitely other animes that have kind of come and gone through my head, but I'm blanking on them right now. I really had my big anime phase when I was in university for the first time. So like 2009 to like 2013 was like my big anime phase. And then since then I kind of got a little bit more disconnected from it. So that's why almost all my favorites are from in and around that era. Boomer. Yeah, listen, okay, I'm fucking born in 1990. What do you want from me, Spitty? I still love you, even though you are Bab. Alright, let's finish this. Let's finish this chapter. And then I will take a break and get some water. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna jam out to a couple more Angel songs because I'm fucking loving them. And then we're gonna go back to more story. It doesn't matter, anime's been around for a long time. That is very true. I'm 2 years younger than you, Salt. Hell yeah, Angel, let's go. 92, that's a good one. In 2009, I was a whopping 11 years old. I mean, valid spit. But, I am gonna ask again. I started it, it's on me. I started it, it's on me. But, let's get off the age train. I think something that Lilia says in her chats, Lilia the Lancer, if you don't know her, shout out to Lilia the Lancer. She says and is very, very right. Like, a lot of people, especially people in their early 30s, get on themselves about being old and making jokes about that kind of shit. And we're not. It's all good. We all Gucci. And neither is anybody too young. The only way you're too young if you're 13, you're not supposed to be on this fucking website that we're on right now. And technically this is 18 plus as well, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's why you set up the Spit SO. That's why you that's why you did the Spit SO. There you go, Spitty. Yeah, shout out, then shout yourself out. I love it. Keep forgetting that there are people in this chat younger than me. See, this is that's the whole thing. So for people who don't know, Pint is my little sister. Yeah, Spit, shout yourself out. Yeah, Spit, shout yourself out again. Let's go. Yeah, Spitty. Let's go. So Pint is my little sister, and it's like, it took a long time for me to remember that people who are younger than my sister can be fully functioning adults. And that is not an insult to my sister. My sister is one of the most intelligent and incredible human beings that I know. And like wise and amazing, and I love her to bits and pieces. But it's just like, it's so weird. And I now understand how my older siblings feel about me. Because I'm 30 and they still have trouble recognizing that like people younger than me are adults. Because they still sometimes treat me like I'm 16. Anyway. Oh my god, Canned. I didn't need that fact. Ah! That hurt my head a little bit. That hurt my head a little bit, Canned. I'm not gonna lie. Holy fuck. Look at this wholesome story. Let's go. That was definitely true. Not only had Cove known Shiloh for a shorter period of time, but he and Shiloh had never quite gotten along. Not that they were enemies either, just kids who were only ever together because of other people they both knew. Choosing my date of birth on a website, I have to scroll for a bit too long now. Yeah. I wonder what Shiloh's up to these days. I don't have any idea. He didn't say much.
Oh.
Oh well. That was everything you had on that news item, so you moved on to the next big update. Also, you know the mean old neighbors? The ones that would always yell at us? He cringed, recalling those particular memories back in the day, and was not pleasant, even for someone as nostalgic as him. Yeah? They're not coming. They didn't rent the condo this summer. Cove's jaw dropped. You didn't blame him. The elderly couple had been an institution for as far back as you can remember, long predating Cove's arrival. Even now, as a teenager, you found your neck prickling you as you walked by their condo, half expecting a scolding for breathing the wrong way in the vicinity of their vacation home. It was strange to think of that coming to an end. Wow. Cove blinked, clearly struggling with the idea in the same way you had. I didn't see that coming. People being gone, people coming back. It feels like I've missed a lot. A phrase I've been using recently is you're only as old as your knees make you feel, hence why I am 56. Oh, nice. I'm 69. Nice. Nice. Can we get some nices in chat? This has been a busy summer already. Well, you haven't missed the Fireflies. They haven't shown up yet. Well, that's something. And we better not get left behind. There's still stuff to do. You nodded. The two of you headed out and traced the most familiar path you'd ever walked. The trip across the road to Cove's house. Yes, thank you for the nices, everybody. Twitch, please let me have /chant. Oh no! I didn't realize Can said rice. Oh my god. My knees are occasional. It seemed no sooner than the night had begun than it was already at an end, and dawn of a new day was soon upon you. Wait, we don't get to see Dad? That was a ripoff. I wanted to see Dilf. The next morning, your belly was full of breakfast, and you were in a pleasant mood. You hoped the rest of the day followed suit. No Div Holden, I'm ripped off here. Later, you were meeting up with your friends, Cove, Miranda, and Terry, to go into town. 1 star. Boo! Dilf, 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 Dilf. It was all on short notice, but that was because everybody was just so excited that Cove was finally back home. Having a nice daydream? Ah. Hi, Mom! Forgot about her. Yeah, guess who's back? Back again. Mom is back. You blinked, pushing all your thoughts away and returning to reality. Your mom was watching you with a teasing smile. Yeah, Angel Flux, this is one of our moms. This is one of our moms. There's something about the gray streak, I'm telling you. It's just chef's kiss. This is the mom of an 18-year-old. And a 21-year-old.
All right.
So, what's on the agenda today? I'm meeting up with some people. Well, I hope you and your friends have fun. Don't get into too much trouble. Shout out to Ma for inventing MILFs. Sorry I went missing. Was just finishing a lesson. Phoenix, that's all good, my dude. Thank you for being here. She winked at you. You knew both of your moms wanted you to enjoy every bit of this summer before all the big changes started. Reminding me of Danganronpa? That's true. I've never played Danganronpa, actually. To be fair, you are both adopted. That is also true. We are both adopted. I'll try.
That'd be great.
Before you go gallivanting around the town, could you bring the mail in? I'm finishing putting the dishes away over there. Oh dear, yeah, okay, but I have gray hair and could conceivably be the mother of an 18-year-old. Oh god. I mean, that is also actually true, Mara. My advice for you is just channel it. Just channel the potential MILF energy. I think it's a good way to go. I also can't wait for gray hair. I've got like a couple of gray strands in my hair now, and I'm mad because I want more. I want to look like a fucking wizard. I want to have fucking long gray hair. I really do. I can't wait. MILF isn't literal, it's a state of mind. It's true. It's true. I think MILF as a state of mind, I think the word you're looking for MILF as a state of mind is just cougar. Time to be cool lesbian and hot lesbian mom. Can do. Let's go. Bro, just get it colored. It's expensive and it's hard to maintain. That's the only reason why I haven't considered it. Because, like, the amount of effort it takes to make my brown hair go light and then go gray is expensive. Cougar Faxel. See? What can I say? I know. Alright. Thanks very much. No! Holy shit! Jesus Christ! Just fucking God! Are you kidding me? Alice, that is valid. That is valid. Woo! Okay. I see Cove next to his brother? Yeah, fuck. What the hell have you been drinking, Cliff? Mr. Clifford Holden, I want whatever fucking drinks you've been having. God damn. As soon as you were outside your front door, you couldn't help but see Cove and his dad standing around the road. They noticed you too. Fuck. Also, how tall is Cliff Holden? He's been eating Cliff bars. Oh my god. How tall is Cliff Holden?
Hey.
Hey there, Cygnus. Dumb bitch Jews with the B and dumb pronounced very strongly. Dumb. Woo. 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 Oh man. Hey there, Cygnus. Poe smiled lightly and waved. When you began making your way over, he added, "Hi." We're not gonna kiss him in front of his dad, but we are gonna hug him. Melting into his arms, Cove held you tightly until you were ready to let go. His eyes shone brightly, with so much adoration that you feared your heart might stop. Even after all this time, being with him hadn't gotten any less thrilling. Fuck, it's so cute. You noticed Mr. Holden was taking in the scene of you and Cove with a self-satisfied smile. There's something to be said for extended hugs, and also approving dad. We knew he would, but approving dad, it feels so good. Let's go. Shout out to Cliff Holden. Ew, two people being cute? Where's mine? Bo followed your line of sight and shot his dad an unimpressed look. For a moment, Mr. Holden seemed like he had a thought dancing on the tip of his tongue, but he decided to keep it to himself. Our life is half me being gay, half me yearning. It's so good.
So,
what are you up to today? As far as I know, nothing too much. Me and Cove are just meeting some friends in town later. Sounds like a plan to me. Yawning, Mr. Holden stretched his arms over his head. My boy and I have just been waiting around to see what the new neighbors are like. It was definitely his idea. I don't know how you're not interested in this. It's big news. Besides, it'd only be polite to greet the new folks in town. Maybe it'll be a single dad and his son. You've been here too long. If seeing a new person rent a condo is what you consider exciting, I'm dying to see the newcomers. I don't want to meet them. Anyone has to be better than the last tenants. Shout out Cliff Holden is a DILF. Oh my god. I remember telling my mom that I was bi for the first time. I thought she would freak out, but she was super calm about it. She was like, do you have a girlfriend? I said, no, I just wanted to let you know. She said, okay, make sure if you ever do to bring her over. Fact, gamer is gender neutral. I'm trying to work sup gamers into my vernacular. So, first of all, Angel, that is wonderful, and that makes me really, really happy. That is really, really cute. Fuckers is also gender neutral. Yeah, gamers is gender neutral. Fuckers is gender neutral. So, you know, just split the difference. And go with, what's up, gamer fuckers? Don't actually do that. What's up, game fucks? Fuckers is for important people, though. Game fucks is just the inevitable conclusion of GameStop. Okay, we're gonna make the single dad joke. Maybe it'll be a single dad and his son. Cove snorted some airy laughter at the suggestion.
Oh?
You think we'll have some competition? For several moments, Mr. Holden was unable to answer. He was still chuckling when he put his hands on his hips and tried to compose himself. Sombra, welcome back. If I'm saying, what's up, fucker, I like you. Honestly, mood, Phoenix. Sombra, welcome back. Cliff has happened, and I hope you enjoy it. That I can't tell my dad because he won't accept it because of religion. Angel, I'm really sorry. That's really frustrating. I'm really sorry about that.
Nah.
Absolutely not. We're the #1 father-son duo in this town, and no one's changing that. I mean, I agree. Yeah, Automat is going off right now. I don't know what Automat's problem is right now, but it's fine. Mr. Holden took one more glance at the currently vacant building and sighed dramatically. When he turned back to you and Cove, his whole body seemed deflated. There's no sign of them, and I still need to head over to work soon. Cove gave his dad a few reassuring pats on the back. Okay, I promise to keep an eye out. I can text you if anything happens. Really?
Of course.
Of course. Well, I mean, only until they have to meet up with Terry and Miranda. Would that still work? A wide grin breaking out on his face, Mr. Holden looked absolutely thrilled to have his nosiness enabled. That works! He moved to firmly place both hands over Cove's shoulders, fixing his child with a firm stare. Son, you are my true ally in this world. Dad, you are our ally. It is funny that you call us your ally, because I think you're the real ally here, Mr. Holden. At least one parent knows, and my sis knows too. 2 out of 3 people know, and that's important. You gotta take the wins, absolutely. That's still fantastic, Angel. Mr. Holden stood up straighter, letting Cove go. He looked reinvigorated. Okay, with that settled, I'll go make some money. That's always been the one thing I do best. That's fucking true, Mr. Holden. Mr. Holden is illegal levels of good looking, though, not gonna lie. It is upsetting how hot Cliff Holden is at what has to be, like, he's gotta be in his mid-40s. Maybe, like, somewhere between late 30s to mid-40s. Can we just appreciate his shirt, too? Oh, yeah, the shirt's great. The surf shop's business model is Cliff Holden. Yeah, literally, he just models all the stuff for the shop himself. He doesn't... That's how they make money. They save money on models because he just models it all. Mr. Holden headed off to the garage with a big wave goodbye. Cove smiled the whole time you both watched his dad leave. You really liked Mr. Holden. Yeah, we still really like him. He's hilarious. Holding on to his youth, holding on to your heart. Mr. Holden. Hell yeah, Phoenix. You had for a long time. As soon as he was out of sight, Cove sighed lightly. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just not looking forward to waiting. Guess I'll be hanging around the street for a while. I can wait with you. You wouldn't abandon Cove to wither there on the road out of boredom. Really? Of course, I like keeping you company, remember? He stared at you for a moment, smiling softly and thinking about his response.
Me too.
I like that too. Cove put his hands on your shoulders, his thumbs absentmindedly moved in a soothing circle. The look in his eyes was much firmer. He was serious. Cygnus, you're my true ally in this world. This is so gay, I love it! These sweethearts, it's so fucking cute. That got a fair amount of chuckles from you. He grinned, the stoicism fading into amusement.
Thank you.
I knew you'd stay for me. I can't help myself. Yeah, well good then. I don't know what I'd do without you. Kind of a fucking heart attack, man. Yeah, we have gone into full fucking sugary sweet now. The smile on his face reached his eyes, and it made you feel electric. And then, he let go of you. Cove stepped over his front porch steps, lazily taking a seat and leaning back on his arms. You're lucky to have me, fucking yikes. Yeah, I feel like it's supposed to be like a teasing, joking thing, Sombra, but it didn't seem right for the situation. A lot of the messages you say to Cove that are kind of harsh like that are taken in a very teasing light, which is nice. And then he let go of you. Cove stepped over to his front porch steps, lazily taking a seat and leaning back on his arms. Our watch begins. Nodding in agreement, you joined Cove on the front porch steps. Both sat there in a comfortable familiarity as you settled in for the waiting game on the new tenants. The neighborhood was quiet, and you sighed contently, closing your eyes and feeling the light breeze. Eventually, you both perked up at the sound of a car. Taxi followed the noise, turning onto your street. Cove's eyebrows raised at the sight, and he sat straight up on the stoop.
Oh?
This has to be them, right? Tone is super important, but so annoying to have to work with. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gotta be. Now that they were here, you couldn't help but feel just a bit curious. Wondered what kind of person would be living in the neighborhood for the summer. Taxi pulled to a stop as you expected in front of the new, now empty condo. It was on the same side of the street as your house, a few buildings further up. Without getting to his feet, Cove tried leaning and tilting his head to get a view of the passenger door as it opened. A single occupant exited the cab. Huh? You could feel what Cove was in that moment. After the last renters, this new visitor was definitely not what you expected. Jesus Christ, game. It's an anime protagonist. I can smell the dickery off this dude, though. Yeah, he seems like a bit of a dick. He was a young man, had to be close to your own age. He was dressed fully in eclectic black, white, and gray outfit. Even his side-swooping hair matched the scheme. The only other pop of color was from something that couldn't easily be fashioned into submission. A pair of dark brown eyes, which you caught when he looked over at his audience. Hello, folks. Who might you be? We're the neighbors. Yeah, he's getting in on my color scheme. Back off. We're the neighbors. The smile already prominent on his face curled further. It was cocky, but you didn't get the impression it meant something adverse. Ah, a dick smuggler. Why? Because he's gay? No, he's just a wiggle dick. I can feel it. He's just an asshole. Hallelujah. You and Cove shared a familiar look with one another, bewildered even further. The color-coordinated man left it there, however, and with a firm click, he shut the door of his ride. Then he turned his back to you to receive a large, unsurprisingly black suitcase out of the trunk. Continuing on with his own business, he strolled forward and lightly tapped on the driver's side window with his knuckles, asking for them to roll it down. When it opened, he leaned down and rested his arm on the edge. You assumed he was thanking the driver for getting him there, considering he slipped them a tip during the brief chat. They shook hands, and then he pushed himself up and away from the taxi with both arms, giving their driver room to leave. Taxi pulled away, rolling carefully down the road and out of sight around a corner. The new renter had officially arrived. He left his suitcase on the ground, out of the way of the street, and then sauntered over your way with the confidence of someone who had been invited to join. Ah, this guy is not used to not being loved. Cove finally stood up to greet this person, and you followed suit.
Excellent.
That was a voice. I'm Baxter Ward. It's nice to meet you, neighbors. You were standing on the side he was approaching from. When Baxter got close enough, he offered his hand to you first. Yeah, Baxter as a name is kind of killing it for me. Sorry if anybody in here is named Baxter. Yeah, I'll shake his hand. Baxter gripped your hand firmly and gave him a satisfying shake. Hi, Baxter. I'm Cygnus. Did I hear that right from the other room? Yeah, his name is Baxter. B-A-X-T-R. Baxter Ward. Nice to meet you, gamers! Hey, Cygnus, I'm quite keen on getting to know you better this summer. We could be good friends. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that, Phoenix. Sadly, he didn't say that. From your other side, Cove made a sudden sputtering noise. And you are? He lifted his hand out to Cove next. Cove instead crossed his arms to express the rejection of that idea, still eyeing Baxter carefully. Yeah, the voice was a bit much. Ooh, Cove does not like Baxter. I'm Cove. Baxter's whole demeanor lit up for unknown reasons. His eyes shone while studying Cove a moment.
Really?
Now wait, is that a nickname or your real name? Just my name. Cove spoke mildly, but having given that explanation many times in the past. But it clearly charmed Baxter all the same. He tossed his head to one side with a laugh. Your parents knew exactly what they were doing. I can't imagine a more fitting name for the face I'm seeing. Cove, that's gorgeous. It's
What?
really not. Is he just like a big gay flirt? Is Baxter just here to flirt with everybody? I think Baxter just came here, saw two cute boys, and was like, oh, I'ma fuck them. That's exactly what Baxter's running with. Baxter, can Baxter fuck off? Yes. Hey, only I get to fluster him. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? Wasn't my intention. Baxter grinned welcomingly. The entire conversation brought a burning red blush to Cove's face, and he couldn't make eye contact with either of you. You noticed that Baxter looked apologetic over Cove's increased effort. I'm sorry. It wasn't intended to be more than it did. I like your name, but you don't have to mind that. Sheesh. This guy comes on fucking strong. No, I don't. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. I'm patently against stepping on anyone's toes. Baxter, for someone who is patently against stepping on anyone's toes, you sure are fucking stomping on them, buddy. He chuckled to himself. It seemed like there was some extra meaning there in his words, and he noticed Cove raised an eyebrow, picking up on that too. Baxter didn't even open his eyes to see your face as to know he had some filling to do. Stood up straighter, striking a slight pose with the position on his feet. I'm a ballroom dancer, hence the phrasing. Oh, I don't know much about dancing, but that's pretty cool. Not hard once you get the basics down. Cove didn't look convinced at all. Baxter took that as a cue to keep talking.
Well,
he grinned in a way that was rapidly becoming familiar to you. If either of you are looking for a partner, I'm available. Alright, listen here, Maximilian Pegasus. Calm the fuck down. Cove peeked at you, smiling softly. You felt his familiar touch as he squeezed your hand for a moment. I already have a partner. Cygnus is the only one I'd want to dance with. Sorry, he's my boyfriend. Let's go, Cove! You're both together? Yeah, we are. Now that's crushing. But that makes sense. I got here too late. Should have taken the semester off sooner. Yeah, he's just fully a fuckboy. He's just fully a fuckboy. He just admitted it here. He's like, aw, shame. I was gonna try and bag one of you two.
I get it.
That's a joke. Really, I didn't mean to intrude on anything you have with the offer. Yo! Baxter doesn't have a fucking sincere bone in my body. Did I hear my name? Fuckboy? Spitty, you are not a fuckboy. Spitty, look me in the eyes right now. Look me in the eyes. You are not a fuckboy. You are not a fuckboy. If anything, you're a soft boy, and that's okay, because I love you. Congrats, gay fuckboy, now be gone. This is like, I am not one to use this phrase, but like, this is one of the few times where I'm kind of being like, be gone, thought. Like, holy shit, Baxter, chill. You know you've got to be bad when I don't want it. Like, when I'm not interested, you're laying it on too thick. Exactly, Cove is the guy I dance with. Sorry, Baxter, you ain't getting shit from fuck. Baxter smiled and nodded understandingly, letting the subject go. After that, there was a lull in conversation, and Cove attempted to fill it. Honestly, the amount of fuckboys in the gay scene is honestly sad. I'm straight myself, super comfortable with that, and my gay friends get used so often. It's brutal. Like, this is the whole thing. So, like, fuckboy culture does not have a sexuality. How it goes? Azura, it goes well. As you can see, Cove has become very pretty. Unfortunately, Azura, the person wearing that shirt is a fuckboy. That shirt would look way better on you, Azura, than it would on this fucker. This guy is Baxter. He's new in town. This guy literally is like half of the fucking John Mulaney joke. He's like, hi, I'm gay, and I'm new in town, and I push him. Like, that's who this guy is. That's who this guy is.
So...
what made you decide on Sunset Boulevard? He really just looks like me if I was an asshole. Honestly, you are too wonderful of a person to compare yourself. He's stolen your fashion, but you are so much better. Fuckboy is a culture, not a costume! Ah! Did I say Sunset Boulevard? I meant to say Sunset Bird. Oh yes, well, my parents rented a condo, so I had a place to stay while I'm off for a semester from college and not living in the dorms. There was a playful glint in Baxter's eyes as he continued.
Honestly.
Ideally, they wanted to send me somewhere that wasn't too exciting, but luckily for me, they picked the wrong street considering the two of you live here. Jesus. Oh, that's lovely of you to say. He wishes you were me. It's fucking true, Azura. Baxter then preemptively lifted his hands up in front of his chest, giving the gesture to mean no harm. Baxter, fucking chill. Like, you're at a fucking 10, and I need you to bring it down to like a fucking 6. It's not nice to be the only one my age around the neighborhood for an entire summer, nothing more. That was a story you'd heard before, the same one as when Lonely Cove and his dad moved in all those years ago. Cove wasn't relating, still. Could have phrased it like that in the first place. I don't feel the need to keep words of praise to myself, but they're not romantic come-ons. I can see that you two are very much a committed pair. I'd like to be friends if we can, but that's all. It's okay. Fransom, let's go. How you doing? Good to see you. Dance, 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 dance. Let's go. Baxter has a perfect... Oh no, Phoenix. That is horrifying. At least Baxter isn't Jeremy. I mean, that's true. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that with me. Set a boundary. I'll keep it in check. Glad we're working things out. Okay. Baxter is Baxter. I love him. He is not giving me a very good first impression right now, Afra and Tom. He is not giving me a very good first impression right now. I won't lie. I hope he gets better, but he's not giving me a very good first impression. Although he does seem to be hearing me when I say, hey, back off a little bit. I'll keep it in check. Glad we're working things out. He does seem to respect boundaries. I'm starting to get first year college vibes where he just spent a year in dorms being a horny first year in college boy, and he's trying to keep that energy going into his summer and not being very good at it yet. Shifting his weight to his other foot, Baxter tried to move forward.
So,
Which condo is yours? How long have you been living together? Oh boy. Oh, no. He does, he just has a ton of energy. I see. Cove sputtered again, and unintentionally, a laugh escaped you. We're both your neighbors, but we live in different houses with our parents. As if second nature, the two of you pointed to your homes, the buildings directly across the street from each other. Baxter's eyebrows raised at that. Your neighbors who started dating? What a couple of lovebirds. You're the backbone of romantic society. Honestly, I hope you never break up. If you can make it work, there might be a chance for the rest of us. You knew Cove well enough to tell there was a bit of amusement in his expression, but he sighed in exasperation. Okay, it is way past bedtime from the streets of LA Noire. Don't sleep. Except now they sleep. Spitty, I love you. Get some sleep. You're the best. He definitely wanted to stay at a Party Central location. His parents nicked that. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you're going to do that too? Oh, yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning for you, isn't it? Yeah, have a really good night. Okay, he's getting better. I don't know what I just did, but my skeleton didn't like it. What the fuck was that? Oh, God, Alice, I hope you're okay. After that, you had no doubts about his claims of being complimentary. Okay, he's chilling. You shook your head at it. Too much again? Kind of. Well, if either of you are free, I'd be thrilled to hang out this summer. We can save the scheduled talk for later. I should get my things inside. Gave a small nod of the head and flashed you both a dazzling smile.
goodbye.
Goodbye for today. Cove simply waved goodbye. Bye, Baxter. See you. Baxter then turned on his heels and strolled back to his suitcase, picking it up and bringing it to his condo. You and Cove were silent as Baxter unlocked the door and disappeared inside the house. With him completely out of the scene, Cove let out a long breath.
Well,
I don't know how I'm going to explain that guy to my dad. You burst into a fit of laughter trying to imagine the conversation. At least the job is done. Saw the new neighbor, and now we can go meet up with Terry and Miranda. Yeah, we should get going. You gave Baxter's condo one last glance over your shoulder. You were looking forward to seeing more of him. You thought he was charming. You're not interested in him. You weren't sure how to feel. You thought he gave a pretty bad first impression. Yeah, first impression was bad. You actually experienced it firsthand, but you were finding the last several minutes of your life hard to believe. You couldn't imagine what the summer was going to be like with Baxter here, and you weren't sure how much you wanted to actually see him again. You turned your attention back to Cove, and you pushed all thoughts of Baxter aside. You started making your way towards town. I just switched to my phone to type because I lay down and my cat came to lie on me. Aw, yes, kitten. And here we see the smuggest fucktus leaving the herd of Softicus Loveliness. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. And here we just see a whole heck of a lot leaving these two cutie pies. Took his hand. Yeah, we take his hand. You slid your palm into his. Cove laced his fingers with yours. His expression became instantly happier, and he lightly squeezed your hand. A little while later, you and Cove reached the main street in town. All of a sudden, you stopped walking. What's wrong? I think I heard my phone. You dug your cell phone out and looked at it with a satisfied grin. There was a new message. Before you could read it, you were distracted by a small, amused noise from Cove. His head lightly tilted to the side as he carefully looked at your old keychain. I can't believe you still have that. Of course I do. I love it. Time for sleep for you as well, Phoenix? Take care. Thank you for hanging out, man. Get yourself a good night. You meant it. The intensity of your words had Cove blushing and looking away from you. For a moment, you were both at a loss for more words. You were sucked into remembering the day he bought it for you. Cove was the one who spoke up again. Take care, Phoenix.
it's nice.
I'm actually glad you like it. He looked from the keychain to you. His smile reached his eyes. Makes me happy seeing you care about it and everything. That makes me happy. Smiling, you refocused on the task at hand. You opened the new text from Miranda, and all you saw was, I can see you. Alright, with that, we're going to save. Because I really need a fucking glass of water. I didn't realize how long this section was still going to be. So, I'm gonna go take a quick 5-minute break, y'all. When I come back from my 5-minute break, we are going to continue with this. And we're also going to listen to some songs that Angel sent me because I want to hear more amazing Angel music. So, yeah, give me about 5 minutes or so, and when we come back, we're gonna do some awesome stuff. Yes, hydrate, bathroom break, run to the washroom, get yourself some water, everybody chill. Y'all have been absolutely fucking god tier. Alright, let's finish this chapter, let's make it happen. Oh wait, hang on. This is my favorite grocery store brand. I love grocery store brand grocery stores. Hell yeah, Angel, it's so good. Hell yeah. You opened the new text from Miranda, and all you saw was, I can see you. So, okay, I do have to say this, though, and I know I got one sentence out and I stopped. But in Canada, we actually have No Name brand. Like, we have a brand that is called No Name, and all of it is in really generic yellow, like, containers with, like, the most boring font ever. It's the fucking best. Like, if you've never seen No Name brand shit, you have to see it. It's so funny. For real. No. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I gotta show this to you. I gotta show this to you. Well, we got one sentence in, but now I have to show you this. I have to show you this. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can display capture. There we go. Here we go. Perfect. So, some of these are jokes, but these are real. So, like, that's real. Yellow background, bold black, Helvetica text, baby. It's real. Also, No Name brand beer. This is real. This is real. No Name brand 24 vanilla ice cream sandwiches made in a peanut-free facility. No Name brand, baby. It's a Canadian thing. It's real. It's real. Now, they took it to the next level because their social media is fucking genius. So if you go, like they had it, so yeah, in Toronto at Union Station, they put up Union Station. The next station is St. Andrew Station, which is what our subways say, and they just fucking wrote it on the wall in their fucking shit. No Name brand coffee whitener is the most Canadian thing. That is true. And then, like, this was also part of it. They painted a building and just said, building may contain people. There's a bunch of ads in my local Loblaws that are No Name style, like, sale for savings. Yes, exactly. Like, their branding is my favorite fucking thing. Their Twitter, like, on their Twitter, right up here, Maria biscuits can also be eaten by Karen. Oh yeah, here you go. Coffee whitener. Yeah, there you go. This is like that Super Mega Mart thing that DZ showed us last year. LMP, why do you think that shit made me lose my fucking mind? I saw a tattoo artist who did a big tattoo in this font that just said tattoo for regretting. Let's go. No Name pinned tweet. This tweet has been pinned to the top of my page for your convenience. Like, they're fucking so good. Stairs for going up. Also, they made a background. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Azura. We're talking about Omega Mart. We're talking about Omega Mart, Azura. They have instant coffee. This one is real. This one is real. The party cups. Party cups will not party automatically. No Name brand is fucking amazing. Like baking powder, baking soda, sugar cones, and cola. Like, no, like, this is the best. So, like, this is what I try to explain to people. I'm like, people don't understand. When I say Canadians are fucking weird, I mean No Name brand weird. I mean concerned children's advertisers commercials from the 90s weird. Like, Canadians have their own fucking brand of weird as shit, man. And that's why we're the way we are. Like, fucking No Name veggie. Like, look, all this shit. All this shit. You just find this in the grocery store. Can I open this link without it being a problem? We're gonna find out. Yes! Oh my god! That's so good! Oh, that's so good! So, Azura, it's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that, actually. Because, my follower goal for when I hit 800... My follower goal for when I hit 800 is going to be a Canadian mukbang. So, we're going to do a mukbang style stream where I'm going to order a bunch of Canadian food and snacks. And I'm going to do a Canadian mukbang where I'm just eating Canadian food like poutine and like Nanaimo bars and butter tarts. And I'm going to have a nice glass of milk from a bag. Like, we're going to get a whole bunch of Canadian food and we're going to eat it. And then, while we're doing that, we're going to do like a pseudo React Andy where I'm going to show people like weird Canadian shit. And people can recommend stuff. So like, we'll show all the Concerned Children's Advertisers commercials. We'll find other random weird fucking Canadian shit that just makes us what we are. It's going to be amazing. That's gonna be the 800 follower special when we get there. So, fucking War Amps. Oh my god. Astar, a robot from Planet Danger? Like, it's gonna happen. Like, holy fuck, there's so many of those things. I can't wait. So, we're gonna take everybody on an aggressively Canadian journey, and it's gonna be really funny. Let's continue. Immediately from where you stood, you started swiveling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. Oh my god, the way they... I could put my arm back on. You can't. Yeah, exactly, Azura. It will be a Canadian fever dream. Also, we're gonna watch Telefrancais. Like, we're gonna eat food, and I'm gonna make everybody watch Telefrancais with me. It's gonna be fucking great. Like, if you want to talk about Canadian fever dreams, we're gonna watch Telefrancais, and everybody's gonna be like, what in the fuck is going on? La nana. Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody will meet La nana. It'll be great. I saw you holding Cove's hand. Scandalous. Where are you? Haha, come on. Really, Randy? Aw, we call her Randy. That's cute. Oh! Oh, these are our choices. These are our choices. I get it. That's really cool. Okay. Haha, come on. The message was sent, and you were back to looking around, scanning for any sign of movement in familiar faces. They were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. Muppets, but worse. Yeah, it's haunted. We love it. Miranda, come on out! You burst into laughter at her antics. You sent your own joking text. You grabbed onto Cove again, wanting to show Miranda how scandalous you could be. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna play gay chicken with Miranda. Let's go. At once, you hooked your arms around his neck, still holding your phone, and brought him even closer to you. He blushed and gave you a look mixed with amusement and confusion. Nanalan is 100% the most cursed content. Nanalan is so fucking cursed. Seriously, Cygnus? What did that message even say? Before you could even attempt explaining anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to the yelling from across the street. There you saw Miranda and Terry coming out from behind the backside of wall of the grocery store. They both started waving widely to draw even more attention to themselves. Oh. With your friend's grand entrance made, Cove seemed to realize the joke. He smiled with a sigh, and you let him go for the moment, chuckling. Those cold, dead eyes, they're haunted. The other most cursed Canadian content is Caillou. Caillou is the other most cursed Canadian content. Cove took a step in their direction. He grinned and waited for them to get closer. Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped only to look both ways and then rushed across the empty street. Amateurs. Looking both ways before jaywalking in a small town. Fuck Caillou. It's true. Caillou's the worst.
Hi.
Aww! Miranda is such a fucking cutie. You guys made Caillou? Yeah, Caillou is our fault. Caillou's our fault, Alice. I'm sorry. Never mind, I'm not coming. I love this. Miranda has turned into such a cutie. I hope you weren't waiting too long.
Hey, buddies.
Hello, Terry. These two are both adorable. Hi. I'm amazed. How did you appear out of nowhere like that? Wow, she's tall. Yeah. Terry is tall. We like it. That's awesome. We started giggling again. Terry glanced at Miranda, wondering what their story should be.
Ooh.
It was magic. Gesturing in a vaguely whimsical manner, Terry went along with the decision. And magicians never reveal their secrets. Ooh. That's fair. Terry then closed the distance between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. You're finally here. It's been so long. What took you? He did his best to eke out a reply with his chest being compressed.
Sorry.
Sorry. I love these two. This is cute. This is cute and great, and I'm glad they have their own little fucking friend group. This is adorable. I'm so into this. This is wonderful. Eventually, she let him go. Harry looked at him with a beaming smile, but Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight to other hip. She watched Cove patiently with a bashful smile. Welcome back. Thanks. It finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. From here, you weren't sure how often you'd have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either.
So?
Cove. Harry poked Cove square in the chest. You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday.
No way.
Not really possible, Terry, but I can say as soon as I know. So far, work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with Orca activities. When Cove wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his academic interests, he volunteered for Ocean Restoration California affiliation, or Orca. Of course he did! Of course he does! My god, why is Cove the perfect man? The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit when he started getting involved with them. It was Cove's activity. You joined Orca too after learning of it? Nah, it's Cove's activity. That's not my thing. Their big smash event for the year is coming up, isn't it? Yeah, there's not that much more to do before then, but I'm kind of looking forward to the fundraising push. You nodded, wondering how the event would turn out this year. I know you can do it. And even if it goes really bad, it'll still look good on a college application, at least. That's true.
Hey!
Hey, guess what else? We don't have to stand here to say stuff. Let's go. I would like a meal now. I like Terry. Terry's fucking hilarious. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Yeah, for sure. Four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. The rest of the afternoon and evening passed by in the blink of an eye. When night fell and it was time to head home, you parted ways with Miranda and Terry. You and Cove reached your neighborhood without event. It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark and silent. You walked tiredly after such a long day, you strolled with a skip, you ambled along. Cove was giving you a piggyback ride home. There we go, now we're gonna get that piggyback. It was a long day, oot and a boot. You appreciated that you could rely on him to make things more comfortable for you. You tightened your grip on Cove and turned your head ever so slightly, peering at his face out of the corner of your eyes. You wondered why he felt so distant to you. It was out of character. For a while, Cove silently stared ahead and left you alone with your own thoughts. It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. It feels weird coming back to the neighborhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. It's true. The things that kept the people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that it wasn't set for them. Thought about your own immediate future. You were still set on that for yourself. You wanted go to school full-time. That was it. I am assuming our parents can pay for college with the money that they fucking have. For your education, you thought you'd attend a public university. And for that, you wanted to stay local, go to a different part of the state, get out of state, go abroad, travel around to different places. Ooh, I don't know. Probably go to a different part of the state. It'd all be happening so soon. You'd already applied to schools, you started to prepare for what was coming. You've been open about your situation and everyone knew. You'd only spoken about this with your family and those you were close to, like Cove. Yeah. Now you wonder what Cove had in mind. You'd heard him consider some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Cove stopped in the middle of the street. He sighed and put you down. You were both outside of your houses. Cove looked at the ground for a moment. His mouth trembled, trying to settle on the right words to say. So, you're planning on going to school and stuff in another part of California? Yeah. Cove closed his eyes and nodded while he composed his thoughts. He looked at you when he lifted his head.
I mean...
I've decided on something. Well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arm. Then his expression grew more serious. I'm not going to decide on school or a career. Not this summer. I'm going to stay here, at least in Sunset Bird. But I'll probably move out of my dad's place. I'll keep working my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff and everything else.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall, or next year, or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. I'm not going to crush myself trying to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do it. Cove's not wrong, by the way. You don't have to rush off. His brow furrowed, and his tone was tense. It was clear how much expectations were weighing on him. I know that's not very exciting, but it's the best I can do right now. He laughed self-derisively. Pardon me. He laughed self-derisively, but the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. You smiled. I'll miss you. Oh, that's more intense than I expected it to be. No, I don't want to cry. I just want it to be like, I'll miss you. Your plan sounds very you. Yeah, I'm going to adjust that. Because immediately it came out like, you were going to start crying. And I was like, no. I just wanted to be like, hey, I'll miss you. But, like, that's the right thing. Your head tilted affectionately ever so slightly to the side as you watched him process your response. Cove was going to continue doing things his own way and in his own time. He exhaled, releasing some tension in his shoulders. Thanks for hearing me out on this. You knew him well enough to know that Cove wasn't feeling completely better about the way things were. No matter what's happening, I just want you to know that you won't ever lose me. I won't really be gone. I'll still be there for you the best I can, whether it's long distance or whatever else. Cove's whole expression softened. His lips pulled into an affectionate smile.
It's okay.
Aw, he just wanted to be accepted. Yeah. And like, for anyone who's like still trying to figure out college and shit, like, I went to school twice. I went to university directly out of high school. I was convinced I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to University of Toronto, and I knew what I wanted to study. And then I got there, and half of the shit I wanted to study changed like 5 times. I went in and I wanted to go for English, and I wanted to go for theater, because I wanted to initially I wanted to be like a performer, like an actor. And then I very quickly realized that the pressures and standards that are expected of actors were not something I was comfortable with, and I bailed out of that within first year. And then like from there I focused on English a little bit more, picked up sociology. I tried to do French, and that dropped, and like I bounced around so much in University of Toronto. It took me 5 years to finish my degree, and now I'm not doing anything with that degree. Like I don't regret going there, but I'm not actually doing anything with the degree that I got. And then I worked for a few years figuring myself out, and then I went back to school. I went to college and went for radio broadcasting, and that's how I got into the career I am now. And that wasn't until I was 25. I've got some music ideas I need to create before I forget. I'll be back soon. Hell yeah, Angel. Go do that shit. Do that shit. That's awesome. Thank you for the lurk. Like, if anybody out here is, like, beating themselves up because they're in their, like, 20s and they don't know what they want to do with their life, that's fucking fine. It's all good. We all figure it out at our own pace. And, you know, you'll find it, and it's okay. It's the same with Cove. Cove shouldn't rush off into something if he's not ready. Cygnus, you deserve to have everything you want in life. You laughed at his bold declaration. I want you to get everything you want in life. I know what I want to do for uni, but God, if it isn't a fucking hassle to get to that point. Absolutely, Alice. I dropped out of psych after a few years' work to survive, then found my passion by saying yes to an opportunity or 3. Exactly, Azura. Didn't know how to respond to that. You teared up. You're the only thing I want. Yeah, I don't actually know how to respond to that. You didn't know how to respond to that. Flabbergasted, you weren't sure if you were ever going to speak again. Your tongue felt like it had been tied into a knot. Cove looked at you concerned. He took a step closer. He then brought a hand to your face, cupping your cheek. Dotingly, his thumb brushed against your skin. A shiver shot down your spine. He spoke to you softly. Wholeheartedly, he meant every word. Things are hard right now. It scares me, but it'll be okay. It'll be more than okay. Now that things are up to us, we can make our lives better than they ever were. Those eyes let my soul float free. Yeah, it's so lovely. You believed him. No matter how daunting the future could be, he was right. You would be okay. Deeply, you met Cove's gaze. You nodded. At that, his expression morphed into a look of careful confidence. Clearly, he was still struggling with this topic, and you wondered what else he might be on his mind. This was a start, I think, but it's not over, is it? We'll have to keep talking about this going forward. Yeah. Cove softly reiterated his promise. It'll be okay. We'll still always be there for each other. That good with you? It is. Cool, that's cool. I'll see you tomorrow, Cygnus. I'll see you. Night. He pulled you into an unexpected hug. It knocked the breath out of you, yet it couldn't have been a more reassuring feeling. You returned his embrace and stayed that way for as long as you could.
Good night.
Finally let go, giving you another smile. Then Cove started walking away. You remained there, frozen in the middle of the street. You watched and wondered, how many more times will he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow? Will be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow. You hoped for countless more times. Finally, you turned towards your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most out of every moment you had this summer. There it is. And that is the beginning of step 3. Got hang, errands, talks, charity, drive, reflection, late shift, serendipity, boating, and happiness. We're not going to do another chapter just because if we do another chapter, it'll get way too late. We made it through chapter 0. It was a lot longer than I expected. We got distracted a couple times. That doesn't surprise anybody. But we'll try to make up some time next week, as he says every week. Mara, is there any of these that you recommend last? Do talks first? Okay. Recommendations, do talks first. Is there any that you recommend last? Because we can definitely do talks first. That's no problem. Charity and happiness last. Okay, those are cute. Cool. Talks first, charity and happiness last. No problem. We can definitely make that happen. Once again, Mara, I always appreciate all of your recommendations and all of your help. Let's chat.